Believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's gotten us views, now then gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke at some weed, but you smoked yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against a cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audit. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically, wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy, because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while. The woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. That was great.
It's Friday. Woohoo! Oh my goodness gracious me. The week is over. Weekend is coming up real fast. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so happy to be here today. Hip, 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 hooray. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show on this beautiful Friday morning. And we are here this morning, and we are live. Yes, it's live. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Friday, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The weekends are my favorite part. Like I get it. Like everybody loves the weekend because that's, when they get their time off work or whatever. But me, ever since I've been back up here, I love the weekends because that's when the kids come over and hang out for the weekend. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Woo-hoo. I'm excited to see them again. Always great to have them around. And it's always great to have you guys around. And let's see who's here today. First person of the day, first happy dance of the day goes to the one, the only, my tiny Chihuahua life. Here's your happy dance. All right, yes. The window's open. I heard something from outside. I'm like, who's that? Oh, I thought it was coming out of my headphones. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who's next after that? Let's find out. Greg Jonick was number 2. How do you do? All right, great to see you. Highway Star. Why am I number 3? I don't know what to say. Welcome to the show, buddy. Always great to see you as well. Speaking of Highway Star, the Jason Gutterman. The last couple of days, as you guys know, he's been trying to come up with a new intro for his channel. He's starting a channel, and he's trying to create an intro for his videos. And he had a couple different versions. They're kind of the same, but like they're slightly different. He's trying to decide which one to use. So today, he wants me to show both of them to ask you guys which ones you prefer. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. So definitely stay tuned for that. And let's see who else we got. We got Greg Jonick, Highway Star, Tiny Chihuahua. Oh, me. All right. P. Burns II is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Great to see you. Good morning, my lovely people. Good morning to you too, sir. Tiny, Highway Star, Pete Barnes, Greg Jonick. Who else is here? How about David E. Pearsons? All right. Why don't scientists trust atoms? They make up everything. They always make it up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Doc Ledoux from Doc Ledoux Storytime. Good morning, everyone. Live stream tomorrow at 4 Central. All right, that'll work. Sounds good to me. You had a good live stream yesterday talking about food, smoking. I just remembered yesterday's stream. It fell apart real fast because it was a serious video they were showing about this guy teaching people how to smoke meat. And he chose for the video cut of meat that he said was a particularly easy one to smoke. So he chose that particular cut because it's easier to learn how to smoke by starting with this. And it was pork butt. But as the video was going, and it was just a serious video, but we're all sitting there watching it, and he's like, so you have to take this prong and you have to stick it in the butt. And it's like, the more he kept saying things like that, the more people on the panel and in the chat started like, it got really weird. But it was fun. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. P. Barnes, Greg Jonick, Tiny Chihuahua. Let's see. Now my computer's getting funky like a monkey again. Let's see. All right, P. Barnes, Terry Barnes. All right, the Barnes brothers are in the house, even though they're not related. Happy Friday, everyone. God bless you all the time. Yes, God bless you too, sir, all the time as well. Absolutely, positively. Let's see. I'm talking about the Lessonator is here. Good morning, afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you too, sir. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, of course, cool, clear water is here. All right. Love it, love it, love it. I got the best fans in the world. Ding dong, dang, dang, nabbit. Let's see. Cool Clear Water, P. Barnes, Highway Star. Adela J, what's up? Good morning, everyone. Yesterday was such a wonderful day. Hip, 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 hooray. That's what we like, ladies and gentlemen. We like good days because bad days are just ugh. Lonely day, lonely night. What would I be without my woman? Darling Renee, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. Yes, we did. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Cool Clearwater, P Barnes, Highway Star, Darling Renee. Who else is here? Chuck is here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Thomas is here as well. Oh, my morning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, this morning. All right, let's see. Cheeky Monkey's in the house. You say that now, wait until 21 when you grow up and you get rid of them, and they always asking for help, money, or take care of the grandkids. Oh. I heard something the other day I thought was funny. So there's that girl, she's got a YouTube channel. It's like I know Doc Leno knows because he showed a clip yesterday. What's her name? Tanisha or Tashana Double Chocolate, something like that. She does these videos where she finds people doing horrible recipes and then she, comments on them, and it's funny stuff, like basically making fun of their bad cooking. But that comment about always asking for money or stuff made me remember something she said that I thought was funny. It was an older video of hers before she started doing the food stuff, but going through her channel, I just found it. And it was her saying, like, hey, if you're walking down the street and somebody comes up to you and starts talking to you and you don't want to talk to them, just start asking them for money. Be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm in a lot of trouble. I need $1,500. You got $1,500 I can borrow? And they will leave you alone. And if not, they'll give you money. Either way, you win. I thought that was funny the way she said that. Cool Clearwater, P Barnes, Highway Star. Kingstew 2000 is here. Good morning, all. Good morning to you too, sir. Lisa Alcazar, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Let's see. Cool Clearwater, P Barnes, Lisa, Terry Barnes, P Barnes. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I think we're all caught up. Ladies and gentlemen, hello once again. Welcome to the show on this beautiful Friday morning. Last day of the month. This is it, guys. This is our last day to do whatever we're doing before June. Summer's officially going to be kicking off real soon. It's going to be getting real hot, real fast. Brian Showman's here. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. And yeah, this is it, man. We're going to be starting a new month tomorrow, and it's the weekend. It's Saturday. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm excited. Lots of fun, lots of fun. I'm hoping this summer is going to be a good one. A couple quick little updates. Obviously, you can tell Ray's not here. She's been, obviously, you guys all know, or maybe some of you don't. I don't know, but she just had a major surgery last week, and she's been put on bed rest. She's still healing up from that. So, like, she immediately came home and started jumping back into her normal stuff, and it's too much. So she's taking some time to, get healthy, to relax and all that. So that's what we want. We want her health always comes first. Love Ray, and all of our thoughts and prayers are with her, and hope for the best, and give her time to get better. And then the other thing I wanted to say, piggybacking off of that, is I know that I have, over the years, I have fallen into a very bad habit of not answering my emails. But if any of you have any questions about the show or anything you need to say about anything involving me or the channel or anything like that, please email me directly. I am going to double down on my efforts to actually answer all of my emails, because I realized, especially because I was talking earlier about how Highway Star is, I'm going to show his clips. And he emailed me the clips, but I got the clips, but I didn't answer him. So he had no idea if I had got the email or not. And I wasn't thinking of it that way. So if anything you need to talk about the show or me or anything like that, please contact me directly. Just because Ray's my producer, don't go through her. Go directly to me, and I promise I will double down on checking and answering my emails because I know that that's a bad habit that I've fallen into, and I've got to get out of that. So go ahead and feel free if you need to talk about anything to email me directly, please. All right. Blackheart Night is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yes. And so there's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about today. But let's go ahead, since I already mentioned it twice, let's go ahead and start with the Highway Star videos. In fact, Graham from the Graham and Bob Show is here. Graham from the Graham and Bob Show is here. Graham, who always says that I never acknowledge him when he shows up, is here. So, Graham, you're here. I know. I see you. It's an ongoing joke, guys. Don't worry about it. Gremlin Frauditor Zone, what's up? Gremlin's Frauditor Ambush Zone, what's up? If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, he's really cool. I like his style. He's got that kind of more of an old school, Southern kind of take on these things, which is what we love about Unclean Hands, Good stuff. I like watching his show. So yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, good stuff. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to show both of the different versions of Highway Star's intro that he's working on. And then I'm going to put up a poll for you guys to vote on which one you think is better. And then, obviously it's going to be up to him what he wants to do with it. But he wants your opinion, and I already know which one I like. But we'll keep the vote anonymous, anonymous, anonymous. Dag nabbit, ding dong, dang dag nabbit, a ding dong, dang dag nabbit. Hey, I said a ding dong, dang dag nabbit. Hey, ding dong, dang dag nabbit, dag nabbit. What it means, but I said it anyway. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm filibustering. I'm trying to get this all pulled up and ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Morley is here. What's up? Good morning, Federal Follies, and all in chat. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to the show. Great to see you. Great to see everybody. Love you guys. My fans are the best fans in the world. You guys know who you are, dag nabbit. I don't have to tell you. All right. Number one, guys. This is going to be in the voting. This is going to be number one. All right. And then this is going to be number two. Here we go. All right. I'll put up the poll now, but then we'll show both of them again just to make sure that you guys can see the differences. Chef M80's here. What's up, Chef M80? Good to see you. So here, yeah, let me create the poll real quick, and then again, I'll show them again because they're both really short, just to make sure everyone really gets it to see what's up. All right. Highway Star, yeah. Intro. And it's going to be real easy. 1 or 2 are your options. All right, and let's play them one more time to make sure everybody gets the gist of what's what. This is going to be Highway Star intro, and the voting. This is going to be number 1. Get it back to queued up. There we go. right. Once again, for the voting, that was number 1. And here is number 2. All right. Get your votes in. I'll keep them on deck in case later on people want to watch them again to make sure. Chef M80, that was insane because it was actually a good split between pro-chili people, anti-chili people, and just random people who were watching our Nevada judges. That panel, and yeah, like the defense attorney, obviously, made sense that she'd be taking the defensive side. But yeah, that was wild. If you don't know what we're talking about, our Nevada judges last night had a live panel discussing the Chili DeCastro case. And it was interesting hearing a lot of the things that they had to say and how they were breaking it down. The guy pretending to be Michael wasn't, yeah. I haven't watched the Our Nevada Judges thing, but I'll try after. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like any groundbreaking stuff, but it was just interesting hearing different perspectives on it. One of the things they talked about quite a bit was the fact that the camera doesn't clearly show the physical interaction between him and the cop. You just see the cop grabbing him. And of course, Chili like, oh, he's attacking me, so I don't know, but whatever. And Chili with no beans. Yeah, right. Oh my goodness gracious me. Florida Jim is here. What's up? Good morning from the Florida Rashers Breakfast Club. Speaking of which, oh my goodness gracious me, guys. Oh man. There's something going on in Florida, man. Florida man. I didn't even intend that. Something going on in Florida, man. Florida man. Once again, eating people's faces in the street. Frauditors, you have to lie to fraud it. Yep. The infamous quote, or the famous quote from the one and only Schrodinger's cat. All right. So I'll get into the whole Florida thing in a minute. I want to wait until there's a few more people in here. Logan Sandman is here. What's up? I can't be an unbiased juror. I saw Chili's video too. He was the aggressor. Chris Kelling, there's something in the water in Florida. All right. Yeah, I'll get into it. This video's from a few days ago. Well, there's 2 videos. I'm not going to play the whole things, but there's certain bits and pieces I want to play. These videos are from about 5-6 days ago. I never heard of this. I didn't know anything about it. And then I saw these 2 videos, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You've been so good to me. You've been so good to me. You've been so good to me. You know you make me want to shout. Put my heels up. Shout. Put my hands. Shout. Come on down. Anyway. First of all, the armed fisherman. I had no idea that this was a thing. And then again, I saw these 2 videos and it totally, oh my goodness gracious me. Just there's a specific thing I'm getting to. So just here, check this out. This hold on, guys.
There's one person that I need to blame this person because they're the cause of all this. Everything about my YouTube channel is because of this one person. And you know who you are. You know who you are. We're going to play this video so that you understand how this one person created this channel. So let's get into it.
I'm sorry? gun?
Yeah, I got my 45.
You got a pistol permit?
No, sir.
No? Okay, I want you to set that thing down real. I want the pole down.
Okay.
Put your hands up over your head.
Okay, I want to make it very clear. I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my property.
That's nice, but you're not moving until I get another unit.
That's fine.
I
understand.
Yep. If you don't know who this is yet, we'll get to it at the end. I'll let you marinate on it, and just so that you can think about who this is. But this one person that you're watching, this is how I found out. This is how I found out the law. And because of this one guy created this channel and got it to where it is today. So thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. Thanks for doing all this great stuff and showing us all this freedom. Thanks a lot, buddy. Good job. Me and you, we got a bone to pick later.
You do have your gun out of your holster?
Yes, I do, at my side.
Okay.
I'm not pointing it at you, but I have it at the low ready in case you were to do something offensively against me.
Understand, I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my property.
Okay, well, until we get this taken care of, I'm going to remove this from you, sir.
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America?
Do you have any other firearms or weapons on you that we need to be concerned about?
I have one that's in a concealed weapon. It's in my right side and inside the waistband holster.
Okay. He's got one on.
I do not.
Waistband there?
I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my property. They are locked and cocked. Be careful.
Do you have any other weapons that we need to be aware of?
I have 2 magazines in my left pocket. Other than that, there's no weapons.
Okay.
Left pocket, cargo pocket.
Yes, sir.
Any knives or anything that's
No.
stick me?
Regular pocket.
So anybody interested in meeting Jeff Gray, we are having a auditor palooza.
All right. Pay very close attention, ladies and gentlemen, because this is it. I'm going to rewind it a second. This part coming up right here is the thing that blew my mind when I watched this, and that I knew nothing about. What he's about to say, I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to rewind it a little bit. I want you to hear this next part. I want you to listen to what he's about to say. Okay? I had no idea that this was a thing. Check this out.
Regular pocket.
So anybody interested in meeting Jeff Gray, we are having a auditor palooza. There are 200 tickets, or there were 200 tickets. I think half of them been sold. We have Jeff Gray, Wrights Krispies, Eyes on the Stage, James Madison. I mean, we have a slew of auditors going to be there. We're trying to bring some from other states, and we want you to be part of it. And if you can, you need to reach out to John Felix at johnfelix.com, gmail.com. Reach out to John Felix. He needs to speak to you before anything happens about giving up, because it is going to cost $100. And like I said, we've already sold 100. There's going to be food, pretty much all you can eat food, pretty much all you can drink, entertainment. The list goes on. Meet and greet. We're going to have a lot of us speaking at this event. So if you are interested, please reach out to John Felix at gmail.com. Links are in the description. And come out and see Jeff Gray, myself, and all these other guys and girls.
All right. So I saw that, and I was like, what? What the what? So then, since he was talking about the whole thing's being put together by Felix, I decided to check that out and see what Felix has to say about it. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce, guys. Check this out.
Update. Audit Palooza. I'm pretty sure 99.9% is going to be October 19th. Saturday, October 19th, The reason is because the guy who does all the lighting and video and stuff and possibly playing live music cannot come on the 26th. So it's going to be the 19th, October 19th. I have called. There's only 100 tickets left. They're $100 a piece. All you can eat, all you can drink, all you can drink alcohol, all you can smoke, but you got to bring your own. Tobacco, of course. What else? Possibly live music, an award ceremony, a cooking competition between me, the Armed Fisherman, and Wrights Crispy. And I'm trying to get a bunch of auditors to come. I talked to Long Island Audit yesterday. He said he would come, but now I think that a lot of people are worried about drama, and I understand. And the people can attest, everyone I called, that's my main point. There's not going to be any drama that day. It's going to be a day for the movement, a day of solidarity that we can all get together. And if certain auditors don't like other auditors, there's not going to be drama. Please don't let that keep you from coming. Whoever you are, I want you here. If I called and invited you, it's because I want you here. And regardless of who it is, an attendee or an auditor, any drama gets you thrown from the event. It's a private event. There will be security there. And it's not going to be drama. It's going to be fun, more fun, and a way that we can all meet each other, our fans. And I haven't met so many people that I'd love to meet. I feel like I know them already, like Long Island, auditing Erie County, the Batusa I'd like to invite. Jeff Gray I've never got to meet. Josh Abrams said he would come down. J-Town Press is coming down. Wrights Crispy. Southeastern PA Community Watch is coming. Freeman I'm trying to get. I talked to him yesterday. He said he doesn't like big crowds and he wants to. I told him we would throw flower petals at his feet like they do in Coming to America. Acura Amanda I'm trying to get. Rogue if he can get there. NC Tire and Hunter I'd like to see there. Joe Cool, I'd like to see there. Caroline Fort Worth, Blind Justice, I need to call him. I've also invited, here's the deal, Brian. He said thank you for the invite. Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. I'd like you to be there. And, you know, him and I have had political disagreements, but we're going to get together. We're going to be just fine. We're going to respect each other.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, October 19th in Pensacola, Florida, the first ever Frauditor palooza, a gathering of the greatest douche canoes in the world. 200 people at $100 a piece. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages. I got to go back to Florida to pick up my stuff eventually anyway. I'd love to do that before October. However, I would love to be able to set up something and I got 4 months to set it up. Not just a thought, not just an idea, but 4 months to actually make it real. If I could be there, just in front of the place where they're meeting, with a stack, a big old stack, giving away free copies of the Frauditors Handbook, my book, to the Frauditors, and live streaming myself doing it, to live stream from their event, to audit palooza as an anti-auditor. Because I always said, I wish I could run into these guys in real life. They're all going to be in the same place at the same time, and we're going to know ahead of time where they're going to be. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is gold. This is just begging for me to show up there. But it's all the way in Pensacola, Florida. I got 4 months to figure out a way to get there and do it. Oh, man. And again, I already have a place to stay in Florida, so I don't have to worry about that. Just travel expenses and the prices of the book. If there's 200 people there, I'm going to want to, I don't know if anyone will actually take them, but I just think it would be hilarious for me to live stream me trying to give copies of the Frauditors Handbook to the actual Frauditors at the Frauditor Palooza. Basically, I want to crash their party, right? But I wouldn't go in there. because I don't want to break the law, trespass. Oh, but if I'm filming, then I can do whatever I want, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. You could go in with your camera for free. That's right. That's right. I'm saying, hey, there's a private party. No, you're in a public building. There is no expectation of privacy in a public building. Yeah, but this is a private party. No. I'm filming. It's a First Amendment protected activity, so you can't stop me. See? This could be great. This could be brilliant. We got $5 for person 1122. News Now Voodoo needs to be there. Get a GoFundMe going. Yes. It could be a News Now Voodoo video. He could be one of the guys. Yes. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Parson. Yes, absolutely and absolutely. Oh, this could be brilliant for us. Oh, let's do the happy dance. Here we go. All right. Yes. But yeah, that would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. Go in there filming. Hey, you can't be in here. There's a private party. But I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. Are you going to violate my rights? You can't ask me to leave. This building is open to the public. This might be a private party, but I'm engaged I'm working on a story. The story of the very first ever Frauditor palooza. That's a newsworthy event. I need to film it for my YouTube channel. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. I don't answer questions. I'm just here filming silently, and you can't stop me. Turn it, flip the whole thing on them, and give them copies of the Frauditors Handbook while we're there. Oh, man. Greg Napin says, ask Hez if he can't see my message. Yeah, I don't see that. No, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, Chef M80's here. Greg Napin's here. Who else? Anyone else I didn't say hello to? Graham, Internet God is here. What's up? Logan Sandman is here. What's up? By the way, I know there's a poll. Some of you probably don't even know what the poll is because a lot of people have come in here just in the last few minutes. Highway Star has his own channel going now, and he's trying to come up with an intro video. And he's got two different versions. And the vote is to see which of the two versions you guys like better. So for those of you who are just joining us and didn't see them, don't know what you're voting for, let me show the two intros one more time, and then we'll get back to talking about Frauditor palooza. All right, here we go. This is number one in the vote. Number one. Let me restart. Okay, so that was for the voting, that was number one, and here is number two. All right. Greg was asking about, see, this is the problem that I've been having, like, with my equipment. Like, I don't want to buy new equipment when I already have it. It's just sitting there waiting for me to come pick it up in Florida. But what it would cost for me to go down there and pick everything up and come back would be way more expensive than just getting a new one. Let me see. I'll look up. I could just go to Amazon and go back to my past orders and see how much I paid for it. Let's see. I was born in a class 5 hurricane. Boom, 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 boom. It's Friday and I'm happy as I can bang. I was schooled with a strap right across my back. Yeah, but it's all right. In fact, it's a curse. It's all right. Jumping Jack Flash is a curse. What you do? How much was that damn stupid thing? Anyway, like I was saying, guys, while I'm looking that up, it was how much would it cost to buy a new one? It was like $60. Yeah, it was $60. Where is it? Yeah. I don't know what I just clicked on. It just disappeared. What the hell? But so, yeah. So they're not that expensive. At least the one I was using wasn't. Anyway, let's see. Combining Creedence Clearwater Revival and the Doors while singing the Stones. I see the bad moon rising. I see she's gonna light my fire. Come on, baby. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see she's gonna light my fire. That's without voodoo. It's like Tones without Fessington. I know. Even Tones was telling me he misses voodoo, but even Tones himself said that. I was on his panel the other day. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. All right, Mr. Thomas, Auditor Palooza. These geniuses never said where this will take place, so it's already unorganized. It's going to be on October 19th. It's going to be in Pensacola. I don't think that they're specifically saying the exact location intentionally because they don't want us to show up there and audit the Audit Palooza. But the fact of the matter is, you want to talk about being independent media and covering a newsworthy event. The very first ever all Frauditor convention is definitely a newsworthy event. Me is here. I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up? Hey, Hez. Hey, Chat. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Great to see you. But yeah, this Auditor Palooza thing, October 19th, Pensacola, Florida. Definitely a newsworthy event. Definitely worth covering. I want to be there. I want to figure out. I got 4 months to figure out a way to get there. Again, I already have a place to stay in Florida, so I don't have to worry about accommodations. I just need the traveling money and money to buy a crap ton of copies of my book because I want to go out there and cover it as a news story. First ever all auditor convention, and I'll be there with my camera, live streaming me covering the Palooza, the Frauditor Palooza, and mainly I want to hand out free copies of my book, The Frauditor's Handbook. And if they say anything about me being there, I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. You can't ask me to leave. This might be a private party, but it's a public building, which means I can be in here because I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. I got 20 Canadian dollars for the Bring Back News Now Voodoo Fund. Just $40 to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I can't wait. Oh, I would love to get a new soundboard because that soundboard was so much of what I do here. And then I get my background and then we're ready to go. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. that. I have to do it the hard way now, but when I have the board, all that's already on the board. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Most likely it'll be in a public park because frauditors don't like to pay for anything unless it's bait. But it's $100 a ticket. They've already sold 100 tickets. That means they've already made $1,000. He's saying that he's going to have all you can eat. He's going to have all you can drink booze, open bar. He's talking about having a DJ come out and perform. I can't even imagine how horrible the music's going to be. Frauditor convention, will it be at the county landfill? That's where it ought to be. Yes. Ancient Chart Music and Artists here. What's up? Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am blown away when I found out about this. And I really, because it's easy to sit here and talk about it. But again, it's in Florida. I already have a place to stay, so I don't have to worry about accommodations. It's 4 months from now, so that gives me plenty of time to set everything up. It would be awesome to actually show up at the first ever auditor convention, cover it as a legitimate news story. It's the first ever all auditor convention in Pensacola, Florida on October 19th. To show up there and to live stream my coverage of it while handing out free copies of the Frauditors Handbook to the frauditors, maybe even get to interview some of them. And again, if they give me a hard time, I already know what to say. Hey, you can't be here, but I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity, so you can't ask me to leave. This is a public place. You might have a private party, but I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. I'm filming, so you can ask me to leave. I'm free press. I'm covering the story of the first ever Auditor Palooza. It's a newsworthy event. You want to violate my freedom of press? You of all people? Oh, it'll be beautiful. I love it. I really want to make this happen because, again, I always say, I wish I could know where these guys are going to be before they're there so I could show up and audit them. And here's a time when all of them are going to be in the same place. He already said, did you hear the list of names that he said of people that are already confirmed? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Let me play that bit again just in case anyone missed it. But in the meantime, first of all, let's start the poll or end the poll. Number one, Highway Star, 55% of the vote for number one. So that's the one that the people seem to like the most. Awesome sandwich sauce is the awesome sandwich boss. All right. Yes. Let's take one more listen to the list of the who's who of douche canoes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a who's who of douche canoes that are going to be at this all frauditor party. Let's see. Let's get back to it. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Head to bed. Good night, me. Thank you for coming to visit. Always great to see you. Let's see.
Auditing Erie County, other auditors. There's not going to be drama. Please don't let that keep you from coming. Whoever you are, I want you here. If I called and invited you, it's because I want you here. And regardless of who it is, an attendee or an auditor, any drama gets you thrown from the event. It's a private event. There will be security there. And it's not going to be drama. It's going to be fun, more fun, and a way that we can all meet each other, our fans. And I haven't met so many people that I'd love to meet. I feel like I know them already, like Long Island, Auditing Erie County, the Batusa I'd like to invite. Jeff Gray I've never got to meet. Josh Abrams said he would come down. J-Town Press is coming down. Rights Crispy. Southeastern PA Community Watch is coming. Freeman I'm trying to get. I talked to him yesterday. He said he doesn't like big crowds and he wants to. I told him we would throw flower petals at his feet like they do in Coming to America. Acura Amanda I'm trying to get. Rogue if he can get there. NC Tyrant Hunter I'd like to see there. Joe Cool I'd like to see there. Caroline Fort Worth, Blind Justice. I need to call him. I've also invited, here's the deal, Brian. He said, thank you for the invite. Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. I'd like you to be there. And, him and I have had political disagreements, but we're going to get together.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and we know for a fact Armed Fisherman's going to be there because he's the one that, led me down this rabbit hole to find out that this thing even existed. Ladies and gentlemen, Doc Leno's story time with a 2-month membership milestone. Pensacola's in my neck of the woods. Oh, we could have, and see, I don't want to make it like a million people storming the event and like literally making it a problem. I want to have fun with it. But if there's more than one of us there, that would help protect us from these douche canoes, because we know how quick they are on the trigger with the pepper spray. They see someone filming them, they're immediately trying to pepper spray them, right? So if there's more than one of us, that could help, for some of a layer of protection from these douche canoes. Because I'm sure the second they see us there filming, they're going to try to attack us somehow and pepper spray us and get us arrested. But again, that's why I know I want to cover it like it's a legitimate news event. It is a newsworthy event, the first ever all Frauditor convention. I want to live stream it. I want to hand out free copies of my book, The Frauditors Handbook. I want to be out there, maybe even interview some of these douche canoes, And again, if they say anything, I already know how to completely flip it on them. Hey, you don't belong here, but I'm filming. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity, freedom of the press. I'm covering a newsworthy event, so you can't ask me to leave. But it's a private event. But I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. I'm press, freedom of the press. I'm covering a newsworthy event. Therefore, you can't ask me to leave. That's their argument. What do they say when they're in a private place and they say this is private? They say, no, it's not. It doesn't matter if it is. They just say, no, it's not. So therefore, it's not, right? And if they call the cops on me, then they're the bootlickers, right? Like, oh, when you do it, it's okay. But when anyone else does it, and that's their biggest hypocrisy. Anyone who films them is a cambacker. But when they film, that's what they do. That's their right. But nobody else has rights. Only the guy holding the camera has rights. Everyone else can die in a ditch. So I think it would be awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Uncle Artie, October 19th in Pensacola, Florida. They're selling tickets $100 each. They got 200 tickets. They sold 100 of them already. They already verified that Armed Fisherman's going to be there. John Felix is going to be there. Rights Krispy's going to be there. J-Town Press, NC Tyrant Hunter, Long Island Audits. They're trying to get everybody. Brian from Here's the Deal. It's going to be a who's who of douche canoes. Josh Abrams is going to be there. It's going to be insane. It's in October 19th. So that gives me 4 months to actually make this happen for real. I already have a place to stay in Florida, so I don't have to worry about accommodations. I want to get down there. I want to bring a crap ton of copies of my book, and I want to live stream it. I want to hand out free copies of my book. I want to live stream it as a legitimate news story, because it is the first ever all Frauditor convention. Oh, I'm so excited, because I've always said, if I could only find out where these guys are going to be before they show up so that I could show up there and I could audit them. Now I have an opportunity to do that. Now we know he's not saying the specific location, but I'm going to do my best. Like I said, I got 4 months to figure it out and to get down there. And again, not to just straight up crash the party, but to legitimately cover it as a legitimate news story, right? But like I said, if any of them have a problem with it, I know exactly how to argue it. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity, freedom of the press. This is a newsworthy event. I'm covering it. You cannot ask me to stop. And by the way, here's a copy of the Frauditors Handbook. Make sure you don't go out on your next audit without a copy of your handbook. Got to have your handbook in your pocket at all times whenever you go out on a fraud. I think it would be a great live stream. I think it would be freaking hilarious. Oh, my goodness gracious me. You don't need the address. Just follow the sirens. Right? But yeah, I mean, it's when I heard about this, I got so excited, because it would be so much fun to do a live stream covering it. Like I said, handling it like a real legit news story, because it is the first ever all Frauditor convention, the who's who of douche canoes. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Oh, I'm really, really, really a convention of criminals. That's right. Let's do it. Uncle Artie's like, I'm down. Let's go. Yes. Let's do it. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got 4 months to figure out a way to actually make it happen. It's October 19th. Oh, man. Oh, that would be awesome. Sadly, I think the commodities venue, atmosphere, and everything about the Flat Earth Convention will be better than an auditor convention. Why do I Why do I picture some frauditors hanging out in public? Yes. The Flat Earthers Convention. Oh, man. Well, they're not. They're calling it Audit Palooza. I'm calling it Fraudit Palooza. It's going to be great. So they already sold 100 tickets at $100 each. Yes. Yep. So they're probably going to rent a place for like $500 and spend maybe $600 on food, and then take the rest of the money and take a bath in it and roll around in it and go, I am a grifter who grifted other grifters. Yeah. Who knows? I'm not making accusations. I'm just saying that's a funny image. Oh, they're trying to get a DJ. I'm a DJ. That would even be more insane if they were paying me to be there. I am a DJ. I could totally do it. That'd be great. And I would only play good records, and I know they'd hate it. Like, what's in this? Led Zeppelin and Rush and all this other stuff. Why don't you put on some, what do frauditors listen to? I don't know. I hate everybody. Let's go cause some trouble. I hate everybody. Let's spread hate on the double. Let's hate as many people as we possibly can and ruin as many lives as we can, because that's what frauditors do. Booze is part of the ticket. It's an open bar. I could sell them booze so watered down they could give it to the toddlers. We need to let law enforcement know so they could scoop up the ones with warrants, right? Yeah, right. As he said, it's a private event with security. They need to keep that same energy when they come up on a private event with security. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When they go into a place that's private, I'm engaged in First Amendment protected activity and there is no privacy, and it doesn't matter if it's a private event, it's in a public place. So I will use the exact same argument against them. That's why I said I will live stream it and cover it like it's a legitimate newsworthy event, because the first ever auditor convention is a newsworthy event. So I'm going to be there engaged in my First Amendment freedom of the press, and they can't stop me. And if they do, then I will have live footage of the entire group of people who believe in freedom of the press. And if anyone says you're in private, you say, no, I'm not. And just stay there, whether they like it or not, until they call the cops and have the cops drag you off. I will have proof of them being hypocrites and saying, no, you can't be here. This is private, but I'm in freedom of the press. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. Therefore, you cannot ask me to leave. And then give them a copy of the Frauditors Handbook. And that's the big thing. And like I said, I might even actually interview some of these douche canoes. Yes. Well, see, okay. I don't want to out loud on the air. Artie, email me. Because it's invitation only. Not only do you have to pay $100 to get in, but you have to be invited. You should ask Gary Snow to go. Right? You need a press airsoft vest. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got open carry here, and they have open carry in Florida. So I'm sure that they're all going to have their pepper spray, and they're all going to be armed to the teeth. It's going to be a pepper spray and gun convention. And that's why I say, like, I want to have fun with it, and I want to make it a fun thing. But I also know we're talking about a group of frauditors, right? They see someone filming them, immediately they're going to try to pepper spray me, because that's what they do. You got a camera, pepper spray. How dare you film me? That's why I want to try and, like, seriously go there with a little table with a ton of copies of my book and my camera on a tripod, live streaming, and it's freedom of the press. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. And like I said, maybe even actually interview some of the douche canoes, like, hey, I always wanted to meet you. How you doing? So can you explain to me why you suck? Not, literally like that, but whatever. I don't have the money to go to Florida, and I don't want to. Oh, man. But, yeah, a secret invitation only sounds fishy to me. Yeah. You don't have to be invited. All you have to do is stand on the public side. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, once I figure out exactly where it's going to be, it's October 19th. I know the date. I know it's in Pensacola. And Felix dropped a couple other hints about where it's going to be. So I know I can find it. But to show up there, and I got 4 months to figure out how I'm going to get there and to make it real, to show up there and to just set up my camera, yes, on the sidewalk outside of the venue where it's a legitimate, public place, and to film it and cover it as a legitimate news story, because the first ever Frauditor convention is a legitimate news story, handing out free copies of the Frauditors Handbook to the Frauditors themselves, maybe even interview some of them. Oh, I think it could be a blast. Oh, I want to have fun with this. Anyway, we can definitely tell where it is just by the stench of pepper spray and desperation. Oh, man. Let's pay for Glenn Syria to go. He'd shut down the biohazard in the building. Oh, man. P. Barnes, you want my PayPal? I can run it, the link. I don't really run the banner because the trolls, whenever I put the banner up, the trolls like to say, "Oh, it's a guy's begging," but you're asking for it, so I'm putting it on. Let's see. All right. Script Cat is here. What's up, Script Cat? Great to see you. Welcome to the show. All right. I got iced black coffee in here. It's pretty good, actually. If it's all you can eat, Georgia Transparency is going to be there. Oh, no. If it's a hotel, book a room there and they can't kick you out. Yeah, but see, that's one of the things that's great about it being in Florida. I already have a place to stay in Florida for free, so I don't have to worry about coming up with money for accommodations. But I see what you're saying. If it's in a hotel, book a room in the hotel, then I'm a legitimate guest and they can't make me leave. Oh, man. I can't wait to find out. Don't mention PayPal Patty. Yeah, I think he's become irrelevant. Why'd you have to bring up that obnoxiously large plumber's crack? Hard to call it a grift when they're requested by a viewer directly. Trolls will be trolls. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. Leave it up. F the haters. They're just jealous. That's right. No, but seriously, like, this whole thing to me, and like, I'm joking around or whatever, but seriously, like, I really honestly want to make it real. I have 4 months. It's in October to actually legitimately show up there and cover it, live stream it as a legitimate news event, because it is. It is. The first ever all auditor convention is a newsworthy event. So I want to live stream it and cover it and hand out free copies of the Frauditors Handbook to the Frauditors. And like I said, maybe even interview some of them and have fun with it. And again, if any of them have a problem, freedom of the press, First Amendment protected activity, you can't ask me to leave. There's no trespassing unless I commit a crime. I'm not committing a crime. I'm filming an event in a public place. You say it's a private event, but I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. And as soon as I pull out my camera and call myself press, you cannot ask me to leave. That's all, every single person at this convention. That's your argument. That's the entire basis of your entire argument. Your fundamental argument is I can walk in wherever I want as long as I'm filming. You can't ask me to leave because I'm press, right? It's not your house. I'm not in your house. Well, it's a private event, right? But I'm not going into your home. I'm standing out on the sidewalk. Psst, whatever. It's a Saturday, too. Yes. So I can get there to mess with them. Yes. Don't forget to take your press pass. Well, I'm going to bring Voodoo. Voodoo's going to be, I'm going to have him try to get in because he's a frauditor. Like, oh, come on, guys. I'm an auditor. You got to let me in, too. See, I got my fake press pass. Let me in, guys. Come on. I'm one of you guys. Let's go. In fact, I might even have Voodoo contact John Felix and ask if he can go get a ticket. If I can actually get a ticket. I don't want to pay $100, though. Plus, I don't think John Felix would sell me a ticket. But if I actually had a ticket for News Now Voodoo to show up. Oh, my goodness. Frauditor Roundup is here. What's up, buddy? Oh, man. Have the entire poster 7 printed out on a giant poster board. Yes, exactly. Frauditor Roundup, you're just joining us. So what we've been talking about so far this morning, first we were talking about Highway Star and his new intro for his channel, but we're also talking about, I just found out, they announced it a few days ago. I just found out about Frauditor Palooza. And Frauditor Palooza, I just showed the video. I got it from Armed Fisherman and John Felix. They're selling tickets. It's $100 a ticket. They're selling 200 tickets. They've sold 100 of them so far already. On October 19th in Pensacola, Florida, they're having the first ever all auditor convention. And they've already got confirmed a who's who of douche canoes. It's insane, the list of names of people that are going to be there. And I've always said, I'd love to know where these guys are going to be before they be there so I could go there and I could do an audit on them. This is even better because all of them are going to be at the same place at the same time. I already have a place to stay in Florida, so I don't have to worry about accommodations. I want to legitimately go there. I got 4 months to figure it out. I want to go there, and I want to cover it. It's a legitimate news story. I have freedom of the press. I'm an independent journalist. I'm part of the media. I'm on YouTube. So I have every right to go there and to live stream it as a legitimate news story. The first ever all auditor convention. So I want to go there. I'm going to bring News Now Voodoo. He's going to try to get in because he's an auditor, right? I'm going to bring him. We're going to have fun with him. I'll even bring my squirrel. I'll bring Joey. It'll be great times. And I want to bring a crap ton of copies of my book, The Frauditors Handbook, and hand out free copies to the frauditors, maybe even interview some of them. I think it'll be a blast. The only thing that I'm worried about is that I know that the second they see that I'm filming them, they're going to try to pepper spray me and call the cops on me. But hey, freedom of press. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. You cannot ask me to leave if I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. I'm filming, therefore I am allowed to stay no matter what you guys say. I consider free press. There you go. So yes, the legitimate press, that's us, needs to be there to cover this. Oh, I'm so excited to make this real. We got 4 months to make this thing happen, guys. Oh, that would be so much fun. I can't wait. The security forces are going to need to up their price. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, we could sell trifolds. No. P. Barnes, I'm going to arrange a bodyguard for you. Yeah, right. He didn't mention any of the California frauditors. No, he mentioned NC Tyrant Hunter, J-Town Press, Erie County. Who else did he say was going to be there? Josh Abrams, obviously Armed Fisherman, John Felix, Wrights Crispy. Because again, he already sold 100 tickets at $100 each. Oh man, all you can eat, all you can drink. Oh man, it's going to be crazy. Kings 2000, thank you so much. And then we got $5 from Stewie Griffin. How many clowns are on probation that'll be there in their state to attend? That's the other thing too. People are going to want to show up, and he kept saying there's going to be security and this and that. But yeah, if the cops show up, how many people are going to be there that have warrants? Kings 2000, thank you so very, very much. And also, what was the other one? Dagnabbit. Sir Stewie L. Bay. Here's a couple of happy dances for you guys. Here we go. All right. Another one. Okay. All right. Frauditor News Network, the smell from all those frauditors in the same place is going to be horrific. Oh, since you're here and it's almost time, let's throw out the cupcake happy dance right now. Let's go. All right. Okay. Ole, all right. Oh, and I just thought of something. That's another thing I can do. When I go out there, I could get like a little table and have a whole bunch of copies of the Frauditors Handbook to give away to the frauditors, and then have my camera set up, live streaming on my tripod, and I can have a speaker playing on a loop that song, and then I could throw in my happy dances. I'll bring Voodoo there. He'll try to get in. Oh, man, this could be so much fun. Oh, yeah. And it's Florida, so I could have a couple of beers. I don't know. Oh, check my PayPal. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Did I get another one? Yes, I did. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Thank you so much. Here's another happy dance. Oh, you guys are the best. Here we go. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Edward, there's going to be a Frauditor convention. Yes. This is what we've been talking about. It was just announced a few days ago. I didn't know about it until yesterday. I saw the Armed Fisherman talking about it, and he was like, John Felix is setting it up. So then I went to his channel, and I saw that he had a whole thing about it. October 19th, Pensacola, Florida, Frauditor Palooza, 200 tickets, $100 each. They've already sold 100 tickets. They went through the list of names of some of the people that are going to be there. It's insane. It's a who's who of douche canoes. I want to be there. I have until October. I got 4 months to make this actually happen for real. I want to be there. I want to be handing out copies of the Frauditors Handbook to the frauditors. I want News Now Voodoo to be there because he is a frauditor. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not only am I going to try to go to the Frauditor Palooza, the Frauditor Convention, to give them copies of the Frauditors Handbook and to just live stream the whole event as a news event, but also, ladies and gentlemen, I have a surprise guest for you right here, right now. The one and only Frauditor Comedy Show is here. What's up?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Have you been following what I've been talking about? What's going on with this thing?
Yeah, I've heard some of it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Right?
And I want to go.
Yes. Absolutely. It would be so great to be out there covering it live.
It would be so much fun. Oh my God,
Yes.
imagine the interviews you could get.
Yes, exactly. Handing out copies of the Frauditors Handbook and doing interviews and have News Now Voodoo there trying to get in. Oh, man. Mr. Thomas, are they going to have enough food to cover if George's Transparency shows up? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, dear. So, yeah, this sounds like it's going to be great. And like I said, I want to, not just the idea of it would be fun if I could go. It's in October. That gives me 4 months to prep. I could actually make this happen, Yeah. Oh, man, that's exciting. Uncle Artie says you guys should marry him. But yeah, so what's up? How you been doing? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
I've been doing great. I got my new office all set up.
Nice.
Ready to start rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling and whatnot. How's wifey?
Oh, she's doing great.
Awesome. That's great. Always fun to be joined by Frauditor Comedy Show. Oh, my goodness gracious me. So, yeah, but that's pretty much been the main story I've been talking about this morning because, I mean, it blew my mind, the idea that, one, they're doing this at all, and the amount of money they're making by selling $100 a ticket. They already sold over 100 tickets. But also the idea of actually being able to go there as an independent journalist and live stream the whole thing. Oh, that would be sweet. Yes. It sounds like the brainchild of a brilliant Leo office. Yeah, right? Get all the people who have warrants out on them in the same building at the same time.
Just snag them all up as they enter.
Just come in there with a net. Oh, dearie dear. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's just this is it blew my
doesn't
mind.
it get your brain going? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? How can I make this happen?
Yes.
That's all my brain is doing.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, October 19th. Okay, we got time. We can set something up, get something going. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Make our own
It's gonna
little
be
press badges.
yes, and again, he's got his already.
Yeah. You got to let me in. I have my press badge.
I'm an auditor. Come on, guys. I got to get one of those portable voice changers so I can have him out there.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Stewie Griffin, I see a lot of GoFundMe's in the near future. So they're doing a Frauditor convention. Should throw a job fair on the same day. Right. Uncle Artie was saying, besides handing out free copies of my book, I should be handing out job applications as well. Oh, my goodness. That's great stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in a minute, Scruffy. How you doing?
I know. I can't wait to go to this audit palooza. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, yes. I can't really have the voice right now, but he's here to say hi.
That's okay. Hi, my friend. I miss you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Wait, hey, I'm the pimp. You're the simp, and I've been eating all the shrimp. So anyway, how you been doing?
Yes. I'm a simp. Yes, I am. But look, I have my police line.
Guys.
Look, nobody can cross me. I have my police line.
Ow! That's awesome. Love it. Oh my goodness. Hey, Leland Squirrel's here. All right. So now I got to say it again because Leland wasn't here. What we've been talking about all morning is I found out that on October 19th in Pensacola, Florida, there's going to be an auditor convention. They're calling it Audit Palooza. It's being put together by John Felix. They're selling tickets. They already sold 100 of them. They went through the list of some of the people that are going to be there. Josh Abrams is going to be there. John Felix, Armed Fisherman. He was talking about Brian from Here's the Deal, J-Town Press, Rights Crispy. So many amazing. It's going to be a who's who with Douche Canoes. So we want to show up. We got 4 months to plan it out. We want to show up and go there and not necessarily crash the party, but cover it as a legitimate news event. Mm-hmm. It is the first over convention. We're going to live stream it. We're going to film it. Voodoo's going to be there. Maybe Scruffy will be there. Who knows? We're going to do the best we can to make it an awesome time. Oh boy, I can't wait. Douche Canoe Fraudit says, don't treat my friend Scruffy.
No. We're good. It's okay.
That's right. We love Scruffy and all the puppets over there in the Frauditor Comedy Show. Wait a minute. What's Roundup saying? I'd love to sell jars of pickles just to see how many of these idiots get their hands stuck in the jar. I have a GoPro. I need to get the harness. I wonder if Dumbwaiter could loan us one.
Oh, they're on fire today.
Right? Yes, this is awesome. You guys are great. This is going to be so much fun. Let's see. What is this? Did he mention a Somo? No. He did mention Long Island Audit. They probably didn't invite him in case him and Lana can't be civil. Who knows? So anyway, that's my breaking news story I wanted to cover. The other breaking news was, I don't know if you saw the Frauditor Troll video where Audit Them announced that he's going to make an anti-frauditor channel. Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay. This is what, see, I kind of like it in the sense that what he said is absolute 100% proof that not only do these guys have no idea what they're talking about, they have no idea what we're talking about. Because he said, oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play auditor videos and I'm going to pretend I'm a bootlicker and I'm going to make all the same stupid arguments they make. You know, I'm going to say the same things they say. Like, the 10th Amendment took away your freedom, therefore you have no freedom. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
Nope. And I've heard a lot of dumb stuff.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, wait a minute. Nobody is, and he's like, and these bootlickers are so stupid. They're gonna think that I'm legit, and I'm even gonna use my real voice, and they're not gonna know because they're so stupid. It's like, dude, if the arguments you're making are absolute insane things like that, like what I just said is literally one of the things he said he's gonna say. Like, that's what you think we believe? Then you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. Just like when you talk about the law, you obviously have no idea what you're talking about.
I never understand that guy. I just don't.
Well, I honestly think, I'm not a psychiatrist or whatever, but I've watched enough of his live streams, and because I've talked to him before. I've been on panel with him twice. And so I've had direct conversations with him. I've watched a bunch of his live streams. It seems to me that over time, he has been falling more and more into actual legitimate insanity. Like, I really honestly think that the dude is crazy.
Yeah.
Because he says things like when we say that walking into a building and insulting someone is rude and immoral, he says we must be possessed by demons to make us tell these horrible lies. What the what? Like, when we say that you should be nice to people, and that's the why it seems so crazy to me, because he keeps bringing religion and spirituality into it. And it's like, the more we talk about how people should be moral, the more he talks about how demonic and evil and inspired by the devil we must be to say that. Like, dude, isn't that kind of literally the opposite? Like, yes. Oh, man. Whatever, buddy.
It's like when you hear them talk too, they're like, I'm in a soft tone voice, so I'm not insulting you as I call you,
Right. Exactly. And well, that's Long Island Audit's whole shtick. Him and Tyrant Terminator, right? Like, I don't raise my voice. I talk nice and calm. And one of the videos that I covered on Long Island Audit is a perfect example, and that's why I covered it, was he walked up to this guy, and the guy was like I don't remember who the guy was, but he was in this trying to get into an office, and the guy in the office was like, this is a private office, you can't come in here. And Long Island Audit was like, oh, but I'm pressed, so I could come in, and doing his calm thing like he does. And the guy started like getting really upset. So what does Long Island Audit do? He goes around the hallway and then comes back to that guy again, and then starts doing it again. And the guy's like starting to get red, and he's starting to shake. And the more the person is freaking out, the more he keeps doing it. And then he's selling to his audience like, but I'm calm. I didn't do anything wrong. It's like, well, when you see the guy is so frustrated with what you're saying that he's shaking and he's turning red, and you keep talking, how do you know? Okay, I wanted to talk about this yesterday, and I just thought of it because it's the perfect thing. I was just about to say it. I was about to say it's the mens rea, and I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. See.
Yes.
I want to start using that word more, because that's ultimately what it comes down to with these guys. If guys, people at home, if you don't know what mens rea is, it's about intent. It's about, like, obviously, if you fraud it every day, and every time you get in someone's face, they get mad or they get their feelings hurt, or I don't care about feelings or whatever, but it shows intent. It's the mens rea. You went in there knowing that you were going to cause a bad situation. You cannot convince us that you did not have the mens rea, that you knew you were going to cause a scene, because because this is what you do for a living. Every video you do, this happens. How could you not know?
That's how they basically caught Charles Manson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly how they got him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, and there you go. It's like, well, you don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, but all you have to do is look at the evidence.
Yeah.
If if you don't know the cause, or if the intent is in question, look at the outcome. And if the outcome is mayhem, then the intent may very well have been to cause mayhem. And when they do that every time, it adds up.
Do you remember in the Darryl Brooks trial when they were saying that one of the charges was his intent, and he kept arguing, no, I didn't wake up this morning say I was going to plow through a bunch of people. But what we're saying is, you driving through the parade, you have to know you're going to hurt people. That's your intent.
Right. Exactly.
We weren't saying you did this on purpose. We're saying that if you knew that if you drove through this parade, you're going to die. You're going to kill people.
And this is a big part of one of the reasons why I was so interested in that trial, and I covered it because I was in Wisconsin when it happened, and I saw the live footage live.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all edited when they showed it on here, but the jury got to see the unedited stuff.
Yep.
But one of their big arguments, and I know because I saw it when it happened, I didn't intentionally hit anybody, but he's weaving towards the people, not away from them.
And I used to get upset at him when he would say, but I was honking the horn. But did I miss these people? And I'm going, oh, okay, that makes it okay. You hit these people, but you didn't hit them, so good on you, buddy.
Right. Yep. And of course, they're dead, so they can't come to court to testify against them. Therefore, there's no jurisdiction.
There's no charges. Yep.
Yeah. There's no victim, there's no crime. Well, what about but they can't testify against me because they're dead. So, woohoo, let me go. Nope. Oh, man. Frauditor Terminator, what's the intent of the Frauditor Convention? John Felix is selling it as he just wants to meet a bunch of people he's never met before and just get together and have fun. But that's the other thing. It's open bar. So I can't wait. And that's another reason why I want to cover it, because I want to see by late in the evening when they're all drunk how these douche canoes are going to handle each other.
Oh, yes. They fight amongst themselves anyways.
Oh, man, that'll be brilliant. And then again, if the cops show up, how many of them have outstanding warrants? Oh, dearie, dear, it's going to be a shit show. Oh, man. Surrender Monkey, what's the beef? I just got here. Okay, we're talking about how I found out the other day, or yesterday, and I talked about it this morning, how Armed Fisherman, well, John Felix has put it together. Armed Fisherman is the one that announced it, made me aware of it. And then on October 19th in Pensacola, Florida, there's going to be a Frauditor convention called Audit Palooza. And they got 200 tickets at $100 each. They've already sold 100 tickets. They've gone through the list of some of the people that are already confirmed going to be there. John Felix, Armed Fisherman. I think they said Josh Abrams is going to be there. Rice Krispies. Just a whole bunch of them going down the list. Long Island Audit is invited. Brian from Here's the Deal's invited. It's going to be a who's who of douche canoes. And I want to go there and put together a news team that'll go down it, because I'm saying it and people are saying they'd like to come with, right? Even Frauditor Comedy Show. I want to go there and set up where it's a news story, because it's a legitimate story, because it's the first ever all auditor convention. So I want to go there, set up my camera, have a little table where I could give away free copies of the Frauditors Handbook, and I'll have News Now Voodoo there because he's a Frauditor, so he belongs, and live stream the whole thing. I think that would be awesome. I think we could have a lot of fun. Maybe even interview some of these douche canoes. Oh man, it would, because I've always wanted to be able to film these guys, and this is it. They're all going to be in the same place at the same time and getting drunk. And oh man, what was that?
We should have the audience come up with questions. What if you always wanted to ask your favorite frauditor?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. So, yes, you guys, if you got any suggestions or recommendations of anything that you think I should ask these guys, if I do end up going up there, I should say when, because, again, it's in October. That gives plenty of time for me to actually make this real. Either put them in the chat or send me an email, let me know if you got any ideas for like if we actually get to talk to some of these guys and interview them, questions you could ask. Oh, that would be great. Great.
Awesome.
Internet God. There's going to be 100 of them there for sure. 100 airport audits coming in. Oh,
the
man.
library and post office were overrun today.
Right. We don't know what all of a sudden all these auditors are just.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like an episode of South Park.
Yes.
Click, 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 click. We're here.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. Oh man, it's gonna be wild and crazy times. That's for dang sure. Oh, I can't wait. Well, anyway, that's what we've been talking about so far this morning. But in the meantime, let's get on with the actual show. There's something else I wanted to get into. Let me pull this up. There's a video I wanted to show today. So I'll show it and then, I could get your opinion on it. This is footage and it's interesting because I watched a video where Old Squishy Gardner covered this and I watched that. And then like 5 minutes later, I saw the exact same video covered by Team Skeptic. And then I was on a live stream with Tones yesterday where he covered the same footage. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. But this footage is great. So that's why everyone's covering it as soon as it happened. This is classic sovereign citizen in court stuff. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and show the Team Skeptic version.
Hold on one second. Look, you see Mr. Thomas? He's got a great
what did Mr.
question.
Thomas say? Where is it?
You think you could give out awards? Yeah.
Oh, at this shindig, like best new auditor or best arrest. We should know these things. Oh, like I would have the awards. And like,
yes.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Look, I have this for you. This is your award for the best arrest, for the best trespass, for the tightest handcuffs, for the biggest fish canoe of the year award. Oh, yes. Oh, man.
I got to write that one down.
There's going to be nothing but empty marijuana stores around the location. I don't think weed's legal in Florida, though, but yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, right. All the weed stores are going to be empty. But anyway, yeah. So this is going to be some classic sovereign citizen gobbledygook. If you guys haven't seen this footage yet, buckle your seatbelts. Like I said, already Old Squishy Gardner's covered it. Team Skeptic has covered it. Tones and I covered it on Tone's stream yesterday. This stuff is amazing. I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's the first time I've ever done that on the air. And ladies and gentlemen, Frauditor Comedy Show was here for another first. All right. Oh, and Blackheart, now that you're watching, if you're still here, look who's sitting next to me. That means officially she's one up on you. Frauditor Comedy Show has been on the show one more time than you. You guys were tied.
And he's got to get on. He's got to get back on. I need to be tied. I need to be right there with him.
Yes. All right. Anyway, I'm going to play this for a minute.
Yes.
Plus, on top of that, I need to, take care of TMI related business real quick. So I'll play the video for a minute. I'll be back. That's right. And then we'll get our commentary. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It's live. That's right. Thank you, Chris. Here we go.
Today, we head to Washington State, where we have a seasoned sovereign citizen who's federally known for suing courts and judges. Now, we'll get to all that eventually, but for now, get your facepalm protection because you're going to need it. So let's begin.
Mr. Evans has indicated that he'd like to represent himself on this matter and have our office as standby. I think the court granted that motion, but set this hearing to today because Mr. Evans indicated that he sent a letter to the court that had some requests in it. I don't know if the court received it and if a copy was provided to the city. I have not seen it.
I have not seen it. I looked in the court file earlier today and it was not there. Madam Clerk, do you know if we've received it?
I don't know why you guys haven't received it. Also, can I ask that this hearing is on record and that everything is being documented by a court reporter, please?
We do not have a court reporter. We're creating an oral recording though.
Okay, so will it be on record and
Yes.
will it be able to be reviewed by federal judges if it gets to that or whatnot?
Normally, I would say, sure, it's going to get to a federal judge, just like I'm going to get back all the brain cells I lost from covering you sovereign dick flutes. But this guy actually sues courts, judges, and corporations. Now, whether he's ever won a case or not, well, that's still left up for debate. But like I said, we'll cover all that at the end of the video.
Okay, I can read a copy of the letter. I mailed the letter out. There's no reason it shouldn't have reached you, but the letter had very personal and sensitive information regarding my sovereignty as a chief of a sovereign tribe that's federally and internationally recognized. I don't know why that letter didn't make it to you. I mailed it out last Tuesday, so it should have definitely gotten to you guys by now. I'm having issues with getting to the law library. I've been in the hole. It's like almost impossible for me to legally defend myself with the conditions within the jail. One thing I would like to ask, especially being that you didn't get that letter and I invoke my rights as a sovereign tribe, chief of a sovereign tribe, that if possible, you can give me a PR bond so I can properly get everything to you and make sure it's filed in the courts. I assure you, being that I invoke my rights as a sovereign tribal chief, that I will appear at court dates. I won't play with my rights like that. I have too much to lose. And I have a leg injury. But the main thing is my legal part and the getting the proper defense, and then the mail that I'm mailing out, it's not even getting to you. So I know I'm gonna have an issue defending myself from the inside of this jail. If you could do that for me, I humbly, respectfully ask that you give me a PR bond so I can at least properly defend myself, especially that I invoke my rights as a tribal chief.
If you're a tribal chief, then your name is Chief Eats a Lot of the Crayola tribe.
I believe we've already had multiple bail hearings. I'm sorry, Madam Clerk, you were saying?
I was just going to say that there was a letter that was faxed in that we received yesterday, and I just forwarded it to all parties.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take a moment to look at that then. I didn't see it in the file.
In addition to that, I introduced evidence that will exonerate me.
Mr. Evans, I can't read it and listen to you at the same time.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Also,
Sir, I can't read and listen at the same time. I read slowly.
sorry.
Okay, I've read your letter. You've already had at least one bail hearing, because I remember it. I have not heard any change in circumstances such that you're not entitled to a second bail argument. Bail remains as previously set, $500 per charge. What tribe are you enrolled in?
All of that, I don't want to reveal that information because it's private. That's why I invoked also the Peace and Friendship Treaty between the United States and Morocco, in which I do qualify for that. And also you can contact the Embassy of Morocco.
No, so I'm familiar with that treaty, and it is a trade treaty. It has nothing to do with your right to commit crimes anywhere you feel like.
No, ma'am. It has nothing to do with me committing crimes, but they will vouch that I am royalty, and Morocco has granted me as part of their royalty, and they will vouch for me. I assure you.
You can't be a royalty in Morocco and a Native American. That's not possible.
Technically, it is possible. His mother could be Native American, and his father could be part of the royal family of Morocco. But let's be honest here. If he was truly part of the top 10 wealthiest royal families in the world, then he wouldn't be struggling to pay a couple of $1,000s to get out on bond.
If you look at the evidence that I submitted, I assure you I am.
I received no evidence. I received just your letter.
Right.
So I'm not going to grant your motion to dismiss.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay. And I submitted evidence in the letter.
I'm not denying. I'm not granting a motion to dismiss.
I understand, but I submitted evidence in the letter as well.
I've considered your letter and I'm not granting your motion to dismiss.
I understand.
Okay, what are we doing?
What about the evidence?
What do you want me to do with the, I don't have any actual evidence. I have your statements.
Right, I submitted evidence in the letter. If you read it, you'll see that I submitted a civil case as evidence.
You submitted, you mentioned a civil case. I don't see the civil case. I have no access to this case.
I submitted civil case 24012 out of St. James Parish, Louisiana, as evidence that will exonerate me. And in addition to that, it will prove everything that I'm saying to be true.
I don't have that case, sir, is what I'm telling you. All I have is your letter.
Right. In the letter, I submitted civil case 24012 out of St.
Sir, I don't have that case in front of me. I don't know what's in it. I have no access to it. All I have
You have
is,
to retrieve it.
I have no way to do that.
You have to
That's your
contact the
job.
courts.
Sir, that's your job. This is your case. You represent yourself. It's your job to put your case together. It is not the court's job. I ethically cannot do investigation on my own.
No, I'm not asking you to do an investigation.
That's exactly what you're asking her to do. When you make a claim in court, you not only have to be the one that presents the evidence, but you also have to explain exactly how it pertains to your legal situation.
You're asking me to go retrieve something. That's an investigation.
I submitted civil case 24012 out of St. James Parish, Louisiana, as evidence that will exonerate me.
Then you have to actually get that case and put it before the court.
It's impossible for me to do that inside jail.
Okay. So what do you think about this douche canoe so far?
They don't understand. The judge can't look this up for you. No, yeah, you can. No, I can't. Yeah, you can.
And it's like, how many of them will, if the judge does anything, try to accuse them of practicing law from the bench? Now he's begging her to do that.
And the second she does, he'd be like, hey, you're practicing law from the bench. But you told me to look it up. No, I didn't.
Right. But one of the things that I love about these guys, and I mentioned this yesterday on Tones too, like the Moors, because we just saw the one with the Moors in the library. Did you see that one?
Oh, God, that was great.
Okay.
Oh, I laughed for hours on that one.
But here's the thing with these Moors. This guy's the chief. She's the empress. All of them are the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't just be a Moor. No. You have to be the chief of the Moors. You have to be the emperor of the Moors. You have to be it's like, come on. And he's talking about, well, we're just starting to get into it, but he says he doubles, triples, quadruples down on the stupid the deeper we get into this. Oh, there he is. What's up, Tones?
Hey, Tones.
If you Google the Moroccan royal family, aka King Mohammed VI and the Alawite dynasty, you might notice that they don't exactly look like this guy. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Tones, we were talking earlier too. I think I might have mentioned it yesterday on your stream. I don't remember, but all morning we've been talking about this auditor palooza that John Felix is putting together, where he's going to have 200 auditors in the same place at the same time in Pensacola, Florida on October 19th. I've decided that I want to go. And if I can put together a group of people to go with me and cover it like it's a legitimate news story, because it is. It's the first ever auditor convention. So I want to go out there. I want to live stream it and cover it, have a bunch of fun. I'll bring Voodoo and he'll try to get in because he's a frauditor. I'll hand out free copies of the Frauditors Handbook. I'll try to interview some of these douche canoes. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be great. Trying to make that actually. I got 4 months to make it real. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, this is the same video we covered yesterday. This is the Team Skeptic version of it. So let's get back to it and listen to some more idiocy from the stupidity. But before we get there real quick, Pineapple Pizza, what's up? Were there any other comments you wanted to make about it before we see some more of his stupid?
No, go for it.
All right, here we go,
I'm enjoying this because I haven't seen this yet.
Oh, all right. Awesome.
You have a standby counsel. Perhaps you can talk to him about it.
Are you going to be able to retrieve that case for him? 1 second.
And Your Honor, I can make the records request. I don't know if it's going to have any lot preceding it. I mean, based on the information that I have.
The case has a seal on it, and you're gonna have to get permission from the Chief Justice Roberts to get the seal broken.
I don't understand what the US Supreme Court has to do with a Louisiana state case.
Because it holds my rights as my constitutional rights and privileges as a chief of a federally and internationally recognized tribal chief, in which I represent a sovereign state.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
According to the letter, if you're not going to dismiss it, I asked that in the letter, I requested that you file a motion of discovery.
I can't file any motions. I'm not an attorney. I don't represent you. I don't represent the city. That is not my role.
Okay, and you said you're not dismissing due to lack of evidence.
Correct. I have read the police reports and did find probable cause to detain. And some of these cases are in review status. They've already been resolved and found guilty.
Okay, and also in those review cases, I said if the
Sir, I'd really like to focus on what we're doing today. I've denied your motion. We need to move on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what are we doing today? What's the plan going forward?
The plan going forward, I would like a fast and speedy trial by jury. I would like a motion for discovery to be filed. I would like a motion to suppress.
Sir, you represent yourself. You have to file those motions. Nobody, you asked to represent yourself. You got, Judge Rose Akins granted that. So it's up to you to file those motions.
Okay, I just received the paperwork from Mr. Iannetti today on the format to file those motions. So I'll have those motions mailed out tonight.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're setting this for trial, is what I'm hearing.
By jury.
Okay, so only the pretrial cases are going to be set for trial. I see the pretrial order has all the case numbers on it. Or does it have only the pretrial one? Okay.
I just clicked on it to give him an example of that order as well.
No, I think you've got all the right ones on here. 1-5.
And I also asked that that letter be sealed due to the fact it has sensitive information on there regarding me and
You
my
have to file a motion to seal it, sir. I'm sorry, but this is why it's best not to represent yourself if you don't know criminal procedure. There's a whole process. There's a whole process to having something sealed. I have to make certain findings. I don't have that motion in front of me.
Okay, I requested it in the letter, but I'll file a motion as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Frauditor Comedy Show, it looks like Blackheart Knight found out that what was going on. So for those of you who don't know, wait, it looks like I'm getting a little pizza here. Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, look at this. We got Anastasia Beaverhausen is here. Great to see you. We got beef for both of you, Parson and Jamie. Oh no. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't been following along, in the overall scheme of guests that I've had on the show, the people who've appeared on the most were Blackheart Knight and Frauditor Comedy Show. They were tied for most appearances. And as of this morning, Frauditor Comedy Show being here, put her one up over Blackheart Knight. And there ain't no way he's going to let that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Blackheart Knight is here.
No. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
How you doing, Blackheart?
Foiled again.
Yeah. Decided to foil you. FOIA. Yeah, let's do a FOIA.
Me.
FOIA request.
Yes. This is awesome.
FOIA request something around here. I just don't know what.
Well, ask Audit them. Yeah, I'm sure he'll tell you. Oh no.
He's too busy trying to dox everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but since you're specifically on Audit Them's radar, what do you think about him making the announcement that he's going to start an anti-frauditor channel just to make money and have fun pretending to be a bootlicker.
Well, he's definitely gone off the deep end. I mean, if he thinks that people won't recognize his voice, then he's dumber than he sounds.
Right? And he specifically said that he's going to make these absolutely insane, idiotic arguments that even we know are insane and idiotic, and say, those people are so stupid, they're going to think I'm legit. Watch.
Well, he definitely has a very low opinion of anybody's intelligence other than himself. His audience is probably pretty intelligent, but not as intelligent as some of our audiences, though.
Absolutely.
So he's basically trying to insult everybody's intelligence at this point.
Right. Chef M80. Oh, okay, that's a theory. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on with that crew as well. But that's the thing.
I'm trying to go ahead.
Well, Audit Them's whole thing was that he was going to specifically go after people who do privacy strikes. And privacy strikes are their whole thing. So I think they'd be one of his targets. But if it's all a scam, who knows?
Oh, as far as what Chef M80 what he just said, like I'm just trying to ignore that particular person. I mean, it's that one's throwing a temper tantrum all the time because because nobody's paying attention to him and everything like that.
Right. Tones Overthinks it says it's a shame that Frauditor Palooza is going to be all the way out in Florida. I don't know what would be more hilarious, trolling the Frauditor convention or finding out barely any of them show up.
Yes.
Right? Well,
you watch. It'll be canceled before it even starts.
Oh,
right, but he'll keep the money. No refunds, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is nothing but one big grift.
Yep, I agree.
He already sold 100 tickets at $100 each. So I don't know, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But again, if it does happen, I would love to be there and to cover it in the live stream. I think that would be so fun. But anyway, Frauditor Comedy Show hasn't seen this one yet. So I want to go back and watch some more of this. Have you seen this video before, Blackheart?
No, but it looks pretty interesting. I've just downloaded it. I'm going to put my own commentary to it today.
Excellent. All right, let's get back to it and see what else. This idiot, and I mean, yeah, he just gets dumber and dumber as you go.
Okay. But I'd encourage you to read the Bone Club case so that you can understand what the guidelines are for sealing.
I haven't received any of that information, and also I need access to the law library, which is like I don't have any access to the law library.
Well, maybe you should ask yourself whether or not it's a good idea to represent yourself when you don't even know that there are 2 R's in the word library.
That's something you'll have to talk to Square about. So has any discovery been provided?
I gave him the narratives.
Police reports, that's it.
Will the city, first of all, is there a motion to join and consolidate these cases for trial?
Yes.
Any objection, Mr. Evans?
Yes, I do have an objection.
So then you realize it'll take roughly 4 months to try these cases.
Will I be sitting in jail the entire 4 months, or is it 60 days still?
The problem is we can't try if you're not going to agree to try them simultaneously. I can't guarantee you they'll all be tried within. We only do jury trials 1 week out of the month.
But my question is, will I have to sit in jail 4 months or 60 days?
Potentially 4 months. I can't rule that out.
I have a theory about what just happened. So let me ask you guys what you think about this. I think that when she asked if you have an objection to, because you want a speedy trial, you want all the cases combined so that you could get it done and over with. But she said you have an objection to that. And he says, yes, I object to that. I honestly think, based on everything else he says in this, that he has absolutely no idea what she's saying, and he's just saying objection because that's what he was told by the gurus that you're supposed to say.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys saw Law Talk with Mike. He was covering that tribal fisherman Not the armed fisherman, the other guy that
Yes, I know
was
who you're
pulled
talking.
over in boat thing, and he goes, he wanted some charge in there instead of the other one, and they're like, do you realize that's a lesser charge and it's easier to prove?
Right.
He goes, yeah,
Right.
well, I want it. It's the way it's written. I want it that way. And yeah, Law Talk with Mike is like, that's a bad idea. They're going to convict you on that one.
And that, go ahead.
No, I didn't say anything.
And that same guy also was the one who was trying to make the judge give him an all Native American jury. He only wanted members of his tribe on the jury. And the judge specifically said, I will not allow you to ask me to engage in racial discrimination against the jury.
Yes.
Like, oh,
that would
man.
definitely be a civil rights issue right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's it. It's like, I think I was saying it to Tones yesterday. It's like when they say a jury of your peers, him asking for that would be the same thing as like a bank robber saying, well, I want the jury only to be made up of people who've been convicted of bank robbery. Like, that's not what it means to say your peers.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't
there's
understand
an
that one
unfair-
either.
Nope. They don't understand
No.
it.
No, what they mean is people from out in the population, random people who don't know who you are, to get a fair and unbiased review.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Nail head. Bam.
Boom. Ding, 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 ding. Right. They're specifically asking for a biased jury. Like, that's insane. Ugh. Anyway, let's see what else this idiot has to say.
And I'm not trying to pressure you into agreeing. I'm just setting out the facts. You do what you want to do.
I just explained what joinder means and the benefits and disadvantages of joinders.
So, Mr. Evans, what do you want to do?
I want to do them all separately.
Okay. We'll set them. Here's what I'm going to suggest then. I'll put this out to you guys. You tell me what you want to do. Set them all in the June term, and then whichever one goes. But we'll have them all set so that it'll depend on who's available and such. Okay, but they are not joined. That unless somebody files a motion to actually hear it. But as of now, nothing is joined. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the readiness hearing will be on June 12th.
Sit out here.
And jury trial beginning the week of June 24th. And we'll have a hearing on admissibility we'll have a 3-5 hearing. That's a hearing about any statements you may have made, Mr. Evans. And a hearing on admissibility of any 911. I don't know whether there is or not, but just in an abundance of caution. Will you be filing any motions to suppress under Rule 3.6?
I'll be filing motions to suppress and subpoena.
Are there additional witnesses you'll be calling?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to subpoena the airport director or the operations airport so I can have those guys verify that I was there. The reason I was there is legal airport business.
Ms. Tinwaller, is including SeaTac airport operations sufficient to put the city on notice of who the defendant will be calling?
No.
Okay. What would you accept? I don't know how to put this because I don't think Mr. Evans knows who this is right now.
I believe the onus will be on
director
the
of the
defendant
airport.
if he wishes to identify and subpoena that individual or individuals.
Okay, so as soon as you figure out who it is, you have to put the city on notice.
Lance Little, the managing director of the airport.
Okay. SeaTac Airport Managing Director Lance Little. I've included that.
Got it.
Will you be offering any affirmative defenses?
Is that a question to me or the?
Yes, it is. It is.
What's your question again? I'm sorry.
Are there any affirmative defenses?
Could you reword that, please?
Perhaps Mr. Ainati can help.
Yes, 1 second.
Yes, ma'am, I do. I will be providing an affirmative defense and the right that I was a law-abiding citizen at the airport.
So I think that's general denial. That's not an affirmative defense.
Well, also that I was a passenger of a business that operates legally in the airport, of a charter bus company that legally operate. I was a customer of a charter bus company that legally operates in the airport.
So still, that's just general denial. That's saying I didn't do it. Not an affirmative defense is saying you did it, but there was that you were allowed to do it.
Right. I was at the airport, and the reason why.
So that is general denial. That is saying there was no crime that was committed. That's what you're saying, right? That you did not commit any crime.
No, I'm saying that I was a customer of the airport.
Exactly. So that's a general denial. The basic difference between an affirmative defense and a general denial is that an affirmative defense is an admission to the crime followed by the reasoning for why you can't or shouldn't be prosecuted. An example of this would be if you got charged with a crime, were prosecuted for the crime, and then you got retried for the crime. You would argue double jeopardy as an affirmative defense. Statute of limitations is another great example of an affirmative defense. But a general denial is when you say, I didn't commit the crime that I'm being accused of. For example, let's say you're at work and someone who looks just like you robs a convenience store and the owner picks you out of a lineup. Your general denial would be that I didn't commit the crime because I wasn't there. One of the key aspects that differentiate an affirmative defense from a general denial is the burden of proof. In a general denial, the burden of proof remains on the prosecutor. However, when there's an affirmative defense, the burden of proof shifts to the defendant.
It's not an affirmative defense. An affirmative defense would be saying, I trespassed, but I had to because I was being chased by someone and I ran into the airport for safety. It was necessity, is an affirmative defense.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta read this out loud from Tones. He's legit talking about the berry, by the way. The library, also known as the Precarium bullshittius, contains natural hallucinogenics that alters one perception of reality. He needs to hear what he wants to. That's awesome. And that also reminded me that one of the cases that I showed on the show yesterday was this guy who was in court, a lawyer who was arguing that he got busted for selling drugs. And he was arguing that it was a religious practice and that even though he knows magic mushrooms are illegal and he knows DMT is illegal, he was putting the DMT in the mushrooms. So that's a completely different thing. So that's okay.
Yeah. I have no words.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
They will try anything.
Yep. Long Island education. Yeah, right. LIE. Oh my goodness. So what do you think of, like, see, this guy is a classic example because on one hand, some of the stuff he's saying, you kind of want to feel sorry for him because he's obviously has no idea what he's talking about. But that's exactly why it's important to have a lawyer. When you say I want to defend myself, fine, you can. But if you have no idea what you're talking about, you don't even have a basic understanding of language. Like, you don't even understand the words that the judge is saying. And every time she says a word, you have to ask your lawyer, your standby counsel, what the meaning of that word is. Why not just have counsel and let him talk to the judge the whole time, you know?
This is a classic example of when you say, I read something, so I must know it. When there's no one else there to tell you if you're right or wrong. You just read it and say, I'm right.
Another thing is that these Moors think that the United States is nothing more than one gigantic corporation, and they're just going to get screwed over anyway.
Yep.
Well, right. That's why they always must insist. It's part of the guru shtick. You must insist not to have a lawyer because if you have one, he's going to screw you over. Part of the problem is, like, if these guys do something and they get a defense attorney and then they're found guilty because they did it, the defense attorney didn't do his job by getting me off. The defense attorney's job isn't necessarily to get you off. It's to provide the best defense that they possibly can. You know, if the cops walk in the door and they see you stuffing the money in your pocket and they got it on their body cams, the defense attorney can only do so much, you know?
And you know, speaking of the corporation issue, all caps names being denoted as a corporation. I mean, that alone is ridiculous. Especially if you, I mean, you look. I was reading the Long Island audit case the other day, and I happened to see in the title that the Sean Paul Reyes's name was in all caps at the start of it. And going through it, it was back to his the regular style of first letter being the capital letter and everything like that. I'm thinking, yeah, come on, don't you ever think about this being nothing more than a formatting style? Maybe headers are all caps for a reason. I mean, that kind of thing. Because you know, Sean Paul Reyes is not a corporation; he's a person, and yet you see it in his name is in all caps in the header and regular formatting in the body. It's like these guys don't think about that.
Well, no, that whole idea is insane to me because, and especially like right now with modern computers and stuff, we have all these different fonts or whatever, but the standard of all caps to me has always been to make it easier to read.
Yes.
You know, especially when you get like
exactly why they
L's
do
and
it.
I's and things, you know what I mean? They could be confused. So yeah, it has nothing to do with that's not me. And I've heard people say this before too, and I always said, "Oh yeah, I would love to hear one of these guys get a check that their name's in all caps and say, I can't cash this because that's not me." Yeah, let's see them not cash the check because their name's in all caps.
Well, I'm sure they cash those checks all the time.
Yeah, every day. Oh man, and
Well,
like
it's
the
just
one
like when
that
they say.
Go ahead.
I was just saying when they say the only currency is gold and silver, yet they still use the paper money. They have no trouble using it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they have no trouble using it.
Right. Unless it's, you know, when they have to pay a fee or a fine, then, oh, no, that's not real money. I can't do that. Okay. Oh, man. So anyway, what's that?
I always do this. I was watching Truth Science the other day, the channel.
Yes,
and
I
he
love
had
Truth Science.
Yeah, he had one of the he was doing a video on the Moors where they were talking about when you're born and the water breaks, that means you're on the sea, and that as soon as you sign the birth certificate, you're giving the baby over to the government so they can start drawing on that Sestacue trust. And I'm like, you really believe that? I mean,
I've
seriously.
seen that. I've encountered so many soft-hard gurus in my searches for content that it's just mind-boggling that the stupidity that you hear. I mean, I don't. There's so much I see that I don't put up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple of quick questions. Erica
Yeah.
says, who's putting the convention on? It's John Felix. And Frauditor Roundup is asking where it's going to be. It's going to be in Pensacola, Florida on October 19th. We have to find the precise location. I got 4 months to actually put it together to where I can show up and cover the thing live stream it as a news story. I think that would be a blast. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to answer those questions. So back to what were you guys saying?
I should rent an RV and drive it down there, and it could be the news van.
Yes.
Yes, we're broadcasting live from the news van.
That's right. We can put Frauditor Palooza News Network on it.
Crash the party.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I wanted him to crash it because he's a frauditor. And if they say you can't be in here, I would use all the same arguments they use. I'm press. You can't ask me to leave. I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. You can't ask me to leave. This is a private party. There's no such thing as private because I didn't commit a crime. Yeah, I'm filming. You can't let me, all the same
I want to
arguments they
leave
use.
under threat of arrest.
Right. What are you
If you
going to call
want
the
a
cops? What
private-
are you, bootlickers?
If you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
a
are you a
private
bunch of
party, put up the
bootlickers?
tape.
Yeah, put up crime scene tape. That'll make it private.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't put any crime scene tape up here, so I'm technically allowed to come in, and this isn't a private party because there's no such thing as privacy in public.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Yes. You're not in your home. You're in public. Yes. There's no privacy in public. Yes. Exactly. Oh man, I can't wait. I want to go there so bad. Guys, we got 4 months to make this real. And I want to bring copies of my book, The Frauditors Handbook, and hand them out to the frauditors, maybe interview some of them. We already got some people giving some ideas for some questions we could ask. Oh man, this is going to be fun. I can't wait. I really, really, really want to make this real. And it's not impossible. I already have a place to stay in Florida. I got to go back to Florida to pick up my stuff anyway. Again, I'd like to pick it all up before October, but hey, anyway, Frauditor Roundup legit wants to rent an ice cream truck and circle it and never stop just to see how far these idiots chase me. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce, that'd be awesome. All right.
Let's set up a charging station and charge them to charge their devices.
Yes, they're all going to have their phones with them. Yep. Edward Cavalier, Griftapalooza. Yes, it's going to be a who's who of douche canoes. That's right. And somebody in the comments suggested that I come up with awards. And when I see frauditors come, I give the awards to them like, hey, by the way, I got to give you the award for best FOIA request or best arrest or best trespass, you know. You have the best minds in the chat. That's right. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be great.
Yes.
Branded gimbals and tripods. Oh, yeah. Moronicon. Oh, man. This is awesome. All right. This is going to be great. All right. Back to the video, guys.
Lawful use of force is a defense.
In that
Just
case,
saying I didn't do it, I was allowed to be there is not an affirmative defense. It's a defense. I'm not saying that it's not a defense. I'm just saying it's not technically an affirmative defense such that you have to put the city on notice.
okay. According to your definition, I guess it's not an affirmative defense. But once again, could they close the door so I can make sure I'm hearing? Can I?
Yeah, buddy, that's your problem. The door was open and there was background noise. That's why you couldn't understand what she was saying. It's not because you have absolutely zero command of the English language. Ugh.
I re-verified that everything is being recorded and that everything's on file. And I would also like that a court reporter be present for all future hearings and possibly for this one as well, if possible.
We will not have a court reporter. We are not required to. We are not a superior court. We don't have a budget for that. We record everything. Everything is recorded. But we do not have a court reporter. We do not have access to a court reporter, and I'm denying that request.
Yes, ma'am. And then also, could I file a motion to appeal that?
You have to actually file it. You can't, you don't need my permission to file a motion. You can just file it.
I mean, a notice to appeal, I'm sorry. So I would get that information from Mr. Ionetti because I don't have any access to the law library to get these motions on notice of.
Sir, you have to have a basis in law to request that. I can't imagine. We are not courts of record in that sense, like a superior court. We do not have court reporters.
I understand, but I feel my constitutional rights are being violated.
So we have there isn't a recording of everything. Everything can be recorded and transcribed, but we don't have a real-time court reporter.
Okay, what's the difference? I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay. And it looked to me like what is current speedy in custody, Ms. Chinweller, do you know?
719.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Evans, bail remains $500 each case. We'll see you back here, each count rather. We'll see you back here on June 12th at 11 o'clock in the morning. Stay in touch with Mr. Ainati. He can help you.
Ms. Judge, Your Honor, my bail was raised. Is there any explanation for my bail being raised? Some of my cases was $250. It went from
Was it?
$250. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I, you mean I just said that I changed it right now? I see that.
It was changed by the previous judge. It was raised to 500. She went just off the notion of what the lawyer said, which was inaccurate. And then the inaccuracy was passed on to you as well. And then you were about to redouble down on it.
All right. Thank you for pointing that out, sir. I'm restoring bail to $500 per case.
You mean $250 for some of the cases? And
Well, it's $250 per count on cases that have 2 charges.
all right, let me take a look at the paperwork I got and I'll let you know which one said $250 bail.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that the last hearing that it was pro tem judge and she said it at 500 per charge. And I think she misunderstood that when Ms. Chinweller advised her, it was supposed to be 500 per case.
Correct.
Okay, for a case ending in 2319, that was $250 bail.
No, see, there are 2 counts. Look down below it. There are 2 counts. There's 1 count of criminal trespass in the 1st degree and 1 count of making a false statement. Both of them are $250. It's 1 case.
Okay, so you combine the 2 charges and it comes up to 500. I got
Correct. Correct. So it's 500 per case, but I'm restoring it to that. I believe there was a Scribner's error in the last order. And I thank you for correcting me, Mr. Evans, or pointing that out. So it is now, so on the case, and similarly, the case ending in 525, that's the last case. There are 2 charges on that case as well, and it's $250 each charge.
Take it easy, Tones. Thanks for coming in.
So
Nice to see you,
then,
Tones.
So was I right or wrong?
you were right. I mean, I put it back the way it was, 500 per case.
Okay, and I'll have trial for all 4 cases on the same day or
4 jury trials in one day. He may actually be the chief of tribe delusion. But seriously, that's what the judge was trying to explain to you when you wouldn't stop talking. If you want to try these cases as separate cases, that's your right. But it's going to negate the ability to try them in a timely manner. And you could end up waiting in jail for 4 months.
We can't possibly do all 4 in one day. We're good, but we're not that good.
Gotcha. So, and also the letter that I sent you, it's gonna be on file for the public to see all the information I have in there?
Until I receive a motion to seal and we have a hearing on it, yes.
Did you read the backside of it as well? What I
Yes.
said? Okay.
But sir, so this is why I'm encouraging you to look at the Bone Club case, because that sets out the criteria by which a court can seal a document. It's not, I can't just seal it because I feel like it or because you want it sealed. There has to be a
It's
justification.
a matter of national and homeland security.
You can't just say that. You have to show me why it is.
Because it's an investigation.
So again, you can't just say things. You have to.
Still not
I need
showing
the whole story, not just
Right?
little bits.
You
And
would
just so
have-
you're aware, we are streaming this hearing live on YouTube before you go any further than you want to.
Right, so my whole life is in danger at this moment because of this. I clearly wrote in a letter that I'm connected to an investigation that is a matter of national and homeland security.
But you can't just say that. You have to show me the whole thing. I can't just take your word for it that that's an issue. You're muted. You're muted.
I gave you the evidence to prove what I was saying as well.
But you didn't. You just said, I have this thing. You didn't, I don't have the thing. I need the thing.
I gave you the evidence in civil case 24012 out of St. James
Okay,
Parish,
we're
Louisiana.
circling, sir, we're just circling back to things. I do not have that case in front of me. You have to present that case to the court. You can't just say there is a case.
So I have to do it in a motion form, or do I have to, for me to physically get a copy of that, it's impossible for me to do it. My lawyer probably can do it, but it's
This is
impossible
just
for me to do it
sad.
from within inside.
I understand, and we had this discussion at the beginning of the hearing, and you've talked to Mr. Iannotti about that. I can't do any investigation. I am not your attorney. I'm the neutral party. I'm not the city. I'm not you. I will do no investigation. That would be, frankly, I could be sanctioned for doing that. It's up to you to present evidence to the court. It is not the court's job to find evidence.
Okay, in the letter I did present it as evidence.
It's not evidence. It is just claims.
All right, so I actually have to file an actual
Evidence?
motion as evidence, and
It's not the motion. You have to file the evidence, the thing itself.
you mean the actual physical copy of the civil case?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean.
I don't have the actual copies of the civil case in front of me due to the fact that I would have to call the courts to get it. And I cannot do that from inside of this jail, and they will not fax that to me from the inside of this jail.
Okay, so
The guy. To your right. Turn around. The man sitting to your right. Hey, I need this case. Okay,
Also,
And how
where's
many
he coming
times-
up with national security? My life is in danger of national security.
Well, because he's the chief of the Moorish nation. He's the captain of Morocco.
Put your money where your mouth is. Show us evidence.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Just can't
like-
take your word for it.
We don't know what the letter says, but from everything he's saying, it's like he wrote a letter saying, I'm a Moorish national. I'm the chief of the Moorish nation. Therefore, I have diplomatic immunity, and you can't do anything to me. And there was this case in Louisiana that proves that everything I say is true. Well, what? There's my evidence. That's not evidence. That's you writing. Like, you might as well say, hey, I'm innocent, let me go, and then hand it to the judge, and when she don't let you go, I gave you the letter. What's the problem? Like, come on. And, I mean, we don't even know, because they keep talking about how he's got multiple cases. So it's like, who knows what this guy did, but obviously there's a lot, you know? Oh, man. He must be suing the federal government to recognize his tribe or something like that. Could be. One of the things I've noticed with, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wouldn't think that was national security.
Right. Well, one of these things that I've noticed that a lot of these guys do is they'll do something like they'll go to the DMV, for example, and return their driver's license and their license plates, right?
Yeah,
and the
yes.
DMV takes it. And maybe, for example, when I moved from here to Florida or from Florida back to here, you could do that. I'm not in Wisconsin anymore, so I'm giving them their stuff back or whatever. So, of course, yeah, they take them. So because they took them, there's my proof, there's my evidence that I don't legally need a license to drive because they took it. And it's like the same kind of idea. I hand in a piece of paper to the court and the clerk stamps it that they received it. I'm innocent. You got to let me go. They took my paperwork. There's my proof right there.
Or when they send it to the police station or the Secretary of State and they say, I'm on the do not detain list. So that means you can't do it. I sent a letter.
But from what I understand, there is a do not detain list. And if you're on that do not detain list, you're not a very good person.
Well, that's it. That is a real thing, but what it means and the way these guys use it are not the same. What a surprise.
If you could just send in a letter saying do not detain or arrest, I think everyone would do that.
Right, exactly. Well, that's like another example of that I'd like to use. That reminds me of is this whole thing with what do they call it when a cop is on a list that because he's done something in the past? I forget the name of the list, but they'll always harp on this cop is on this list that proves that he's a scumbag. And like the big one that they complained about that I covered a while ago was this cop accidentally wrote the wrong date. You know, I mean, we've all been there, right? We think it's the 23rd. Oh, it's the 24th. I'm sorry, right? But then the Brady list. Thank you, Edward. Yes, the Brady list.
Oh,
they always say, oh, this cop's on the Brady list. So his name being on the Brady list proves that he's a tyrannical, scumbag, evil, vicious, violent cop. And it's like the one example that I remember specifically was the cop accidentally put the wrong date in. What he did that got him on the Brady list was he scratched that off and wrote in the correct date. Well, technically, you can't change the form once you hand it in. So technically, he violated a rule. So they had to put him on the Brady list because he made a violation. Yeah, that proves he's an evil, vicious, no good tyrant. Yes, yes.
When he was like, oh, that address doesn't exist. No, the police officer wrote one extra letter or there was something written there before.
Oh, right. It was the carbon because the I or whatever looked like a 1. Yeah. Because it bled over onto the next page.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all idiots.
Oh, yes. But that's it. Like, and always, 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 in all of these cases, one of the biggest things is they always did it because none of them ever have a defense of not doing it, of denial, right? Of like, oh, I didn't do it or I'm not guilty. It's always, well, you should have never charged me with that in the first place because I don't need a license plate or because you don't have jurisdiction. Oh, in other words, so did you do it? Well, you don't have jurisdiction to ask me if I did it. Did you do it? Well, yeah. Guilty. Like, where's the beef?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So anyway, oh my goodness. That's pretty much it for that. Yeah, there's only like 1 minute left. You want to watch that last minute of this idiot or you want to move on to the next one?
I'm good. I got the gist.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm gonna be doing it later on anyway.
Yeah, right. Okay. So yeah, you can only watch it so many times before it starts getting brain worms trying to eat your skull. Hey, you want to watch some unclean hands?
I love some unclean
sure.
hands.
I love it. Unclean hands.
All right. Let's go ahead and watch some unclean hands. All right.
Welcome back, folks. Glad to see you back at the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and all that other crap. Today I'm coming to you with the last audits again. He's the guy I showed you where the security guard had to get him out of his building. He had a big old hissy fit. Well, today he's trying to press charges on the security guard for the stupidest, for trying to block his camera and not letting him in the building. So we're going to watch. This guy is really creepy. The way he looks at himself in the camera with such confidence, thinking he knows what he's doing. It's absolutely ridiculous. This guy is a joke. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Yeah, I want to report a crime.
Okay, call 311.
You're here. Why can't I report to you?
Because we are on
You're a
special
sergeant, though.
detail being funded to do something specific and not to take reports of crimes that happened in the past. Yeah. But you can call and get in line for something.
But sir, no, serious. I mean, I've called.
Get ready to see a lot of this face right here, staring into his camera, talking to somebody. It's so disingenuous. You can tell he's probably got fetal alcohol syndrome. You notice he doesn't have an upper lip. There's nothing separating his upper lip underneath his septum. That's a prime trait for a fetal alcohol system. I am no medical expert, but that's what it looks like to me. This guy, there's something up with this guy.
I've called. I've literally.
You did call?
No, they never showed up. They never called me back.
Okay. You just gotta stay where you're at until they do show up.
Dude.
Yeah.
Why can't I do the report with you?
I just told you that. Because we're being funded by a specific grant that doesn't allow us to do that type of police
You
work.
work for me. You work for the people. I want to report a crime.
Do you want to do that when I'm on the regular clock?
Yeah, you're working right now. You're in your official capacity.
Yeah, and I can't do that type of police work right now.
I'm not exactly sure what this cop is doing. He's on some kind of a specifically assigned duty that he can't do anything else but that. That's what it all boils down to. And this moron just doesn't get it. He just keeps standing there and looking into his camera.
It's not an emergency, and it's not related to what I'm being paid to work on.
Okay, I think that's bullshit.
Sorry to let you down.
I know it's bullshit. Okay, so can I fill something out that says I was harassed?
You could make an online report for sure, but if you want to talk to an officer in person, then call 311 and tell them where you're at, and then stay there till they show up.
You guys' average time is 30 minutes. One time, I worked at Boys and Girls Club of Alaska, and I called you guys. You guys took 45 minutes. I said a guy had a knife in his hand. You guys were busy at somewhere else. So yeah, well, I'm surprised you guys didn't show up. Dispatcher, oh hey, get their fucking asses here right now.
Can I get you a Kleenex?
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good
Let's
service.
go see if they have something.
No, I don't want to go in there. No. Are they done? I don't like that. Oh.
Don't you like?
I don't like that. He can't take my report.
Well,
I was assaulted.
Like he's trying to explain.
Yes. No, I was harassed.
You were harassed?
Yes.
When?
Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You did it.
A security guard.
Do you know who the person is?
Yes, I have it on video.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you gather all your information and go to a place where you're comfortable with the police coming to you? And
I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of what this guy's talking about, his harassment, where he was harassed and brutally assaulted by a security guard. Hang on here. I'm going to grab it for you.
Okay. Well, sir, I mean,
Please don't put me on your
okay,
camera.
well, sir, you can't tell me where to stand.
Sir.
Get ready, folks. We're about to see a lawsuit-worthy battery. Also, you're going to see some prior restraint here, what he thinks is prior restraint, which he has no idea what that is. Anyway, let's check it out.
Do not put me on your camera.
You
Do not put me on your
please,
camera.
Stop,
Don't
sir.
put me
Don't,
on your
sir,
camera.
Don't touch my
Do
camera.
not put me.
Sir, please stop.
Do not put
Sir,
me on your
sir,
camera.
stop,
Sir.
sir. That's battery.
Yes, this is the exact encounter that he wants to file a complaint on this security guard for. That's it.
I'll come do that.
What a little sissy boy.
311.
And
Right?
they call us snowflakes.
Yeah.
Man, you guys never call me back. I swear they must be in there. Oh, this guy is a First Amendment auditor.
How would they know that?
I don't know. I've gone down there quite a bit, so
don't even know your name. Well,
they do.
call in saying good citizen. And I'd be
Um,
like, that's the guy we talked
Okay. So what day did this happen?
Okay, this happened.
So the cop gets tired of his whining and complaining, even though he's doing something else. He's going to take his report and try to placate him. But watch what the auditor does. He's such an idiot. I just don't know how to describe this idiot.
This was at the Nesbitt courthouse. Okay, so my YouTube channel is Alaska Audits.
Okay. Can I see your ID, please?
No,
All right. How am I supposed to take a police report if I don't know who's making the report?
because I'm a victim.
Okay. Then I'll need to know who you are.
I'll give you my phone number.
Do you want to press charges against?
Yes, I want to press charges.
Okay.
Disorderly conduct.
I have to see your ID. Now it's disorderly conduct.
Well, it
I
could.
thought it was assault or harassment.
It's harassment. It falls under harassment. It could possibly under disorderly
What is your
conduct. I'm a victim. I'm not gonna give you that. Only my phone number.
What am I supposed to do then?
You can call me.
No, you have to press charges.
Oh,
And if no one knows who you are, then there's nobody pressing charges.
okay. So you need the first and the last name?
I need to see your ID so I have all the information I know who I'm talking to.
No, I'm a victim.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to take your report. I can make that work. But you got to work with me too.
Fine.
Okay.
But I might file a complaint on you because, oh my gosh, I mean, I do not.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome.
I know, I absolutely am. I mean,
Oh my gosh, he's going to have to file a complaint on that officer for not arresting a guy on Mr. Unknown Comics word. Yeah, what an idiot.
Now I have to get more educated, and because screw the penny. That's littering. Now I gotta go. I'm pissed. Now I gotta go do research. I'm an idiot. I'm a victim. I didn't have to give you that. Oh well, but I did.
What's your address?
No address. 907?
I'm currently muting. He's giving his phone number, his whole phone number. I'm just going to mute it.
I'm not going to tell you.
Kidding me?
And they complain
Right?
about everybody else doxing them when they put their own information up.
Yep.
Basically, if you watch the YouTube video.
I'm not going to watch a YouTube video. Do you have a video?
Yeah, it shows
Can I
the
watch it
assault.
right now?
So for his convenience, he ends the video there and does no follow-up about filing charges on that guy. I'm doubting that anything is going to happen with this. He's trying to have a security guard arrested for keeping him from filming in the courthouse. He wouldn't let him in. That's all. It's that simple. It's no big deal. There was no battery. There was no assault. There was no prior restraint. It's ridiculous. These people, they just confound me. I don't understand what their point is, other than to make a video for YouTube and try to make some money.
Yep.
And this guy is a big fan of Chili de Castro. Even has one of his trifles he tries to use and fails every time. It's crazy. Anyway, hope you
Well, that
enjoyed the
explains the
video.
Chili de
Y'all have
Castro
a great
style.
day. I love ya. Bye. I'm going to go ahead and add a 44-second
wait,
short
hold
to the end of this video. So stay tuned. See you later. Bye.
Stop. Don't put me on your camera. I don't care what you're recording, but don't put me on your camera. You're in public.
Don't put me on your camera.
Don't put me on your camera.
Don't put me on your camera.
That's prior restraint.
Don't put me on your camera. Don't put me on your camera. Don't put me on your camera, sir. Don't put me on your camera, sir. You can't record in this building. It's not for you, sir. Not to record, sir. Not to record. Do not put me on your camera, sir. Why not? We can do this all day. We can do this all day. So I mean, sir, but you did bump me. That is bad. That is bad. You did. You just keep bumping into me. Don't put me on your camera, sir. Don't put me on your camera. Don't put me on your camera, sir. You can't record in this building. It's not for you, sir. That's all, sir. Okay, well, you're making a big stick on your camera, bud. I am de-escalating, bro. I'm calm. Don't put me on your camera. Okay, that's my restraint. Don't put me on your camera. Okay.
All right. Round of applause for Unclean Hands. What do you guys think about that video? All right. Well, that was definitely something else. That guy is definitely an idiot. It's so weird because obviously all we talk about are idiots. But seeing that,
yeah,
it just seems like they get dumber and dumber every day.
Or the veterans, like all of them, get crazier every day.
Yeah.
He's going downhill quick.
He's completely insane, I think. Like, legitimately, I think he's nuts.
I think that Ass Elmo's getting that way, too.
Yes, he's losing it.
He's just losing it.
Yep.
Must be a lot of pressure being a complete moron.
Well, that's the thing. When you wake up every morning and the first thought you have in your head when you wake up is, whose life can I ruin today? Let me grab my camera and find out. Like, what kind of life do you have that's how you're thinking, you know?
Or when you're so obsessed with your view count, like Auditing America is, the ad populum fallacy. Just because you have that many views doesn't mean that it's the correct way.
Right. There are plenty of videos, and I mean, even, news reports, whatever, anything, footage of somebody doing something horribly evil and disgusting and rotten. Millions of people watch those. That doesn't mean that it was okay for him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got 20 million combined views on my channel. Okay, who cares?
I remember Auditing America talking about he's got more views than your local news station on the YouTube. So I ended up looking at the local channel, the news channel, Yeah. Auditing America would only had made up 10% of their views at best.
I believe it. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
it.
That's the thing. The false narrative building, the lies, obviously, all this stuff. We've been over it again and again and again, but they just seem to keep spreading like a virus. And I've told this story before. A couple years ago, when the whole COVID thing went down, before that, I started moving away from the frauditors and started doing more court stuff and Karen stuff or whatever, because I thought that the whole fad was going to be over. But then as soon as COVID hit, and especially when the mask mandates came out, these guys crawled out of the woodwork like cockroaches. And it just started to spread like crazy after that. And now it's bigger than ever. It's insane.
It's like last year or so, maybe a little longer, where they said, just ignore them and it'll go away. And I said, nope, if you ignore them, it's going to get worse. And look at where we're at.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Well,
now laws are being passed because of these morons, which is going to make it harder for everybody because, they wanted to be the top dogs and big ass asshole on the block or whatever.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it. And like I said, it's worse for regular people because once the police started being trained to ignore these guys, they had to start going after and targeting regular people so that the regular people would call the cops, and then the cops have to interact with them because they have to answer the call.
And they'll get educated, and the cops will prove that they have the right to do this.
Right. It's like, forget we the people, who you're supposedly standing up for. Forget them. Screw them. The cop's job is to tell them to let the guy who is being a douche canoe do whatever the hell he wants.
But
because
what
he's holding a
happens when-
camera.
But what happens when the cops fail to educate the victim and the frauditor gets arrested or trespassed or something like that? Then you have the biggest man-child you've ever seen on the internet come out.
Correct.
Exactly. It's like they want the cops to arrest the victims. We've seen it so many times. And then they get arrested or trespassed. And I always say, whenever one of these guys gets trespassed, every single time that happens, they talk about these horrible tyrant cops and this and that and the other thing, and these public servants not serving the public. It's like, wait a minute. No. If you're getting trespassed, they are serving the public by trespassing you. The public is everyone. These guys think that the second they grab a camera, there is no one else. The only person whose rights matter is the person I always do that. It's not the person holding the camera, because if you or I are holding the camera, then we're just a bootlicker, a Karen, and a cambacker. The frauditor specifically. If there's a frauditor in a room with 50 people and all 50 people want them to leave and the people who work there trespass them, then they are serving we the people, the legitimate customers that are there that want the frauditor gone, by getting rid of the frauditor. But the frauditors will say, they didn't serve the public because I'm the public and they kicked me out. Oh, you're the public. So the public, they don't matter. Screw them. Only you who aren't even there for any legitimate business, well, filming is legitimate business.
They think that if you look up a journalist in the dictionary, it'll say anyone with a camera.
Right.
That's what they think.
And the thing is, they don't understand what public means either. A public
Right.
is not an individual. It is a collective.
Right.
Yes. And that's the other thing too. It's like, well, like the thing with Audit Them yesterday, talking about how he wants to start a bootlicker channel and just make videos where he does what we do. And he kept saying that he's going to make the same arguments we make. But everything he was saying was, even we would say that's stupid. Like, we don't say that. If that's what he thinks we say, then obviously, like I said, he's nuts. But one of the other things that he was saying was that, what was the last thing you said? Because it made me remember this other thing that he said. Now I'm trying to, what was it? Dang damn it.
The cameras? The
the
public.
cameras, the public. No, I don't remember now. My train of thought is derailed, ladies and gentlemen. It's a live show, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
It happened. Oh yeah.
I want to go off topic for a second.
Journalism.
What happened?
Let me go off topic for a second.
Please.
A channel that I follow is called Shout Studios, and they do marathons of movies and TV shows. I'm really into it because they've been showing a lot of old stuff. But right now, they're on hour 7 of a Godzilla marathon.
Oh, I am
wow.
there. I am
Yep.
there. Yes.
Oh, I've got it in the corner of my eye. I keep getting distracted because they're on the old stuff, and it's just great.
Right.
And I know you're a Godzilla fan.
Did you see -1?
I have not seen it yet.
I have not
been
seen
so
it yet.
busy.
It
I
is.
love it.
It is literally the best Godzilla movie ever made.
Oh, well,
Even-
now I have to see it.
Even my son, my 12-year-old son, who's a huge Godzilla fan, and every time a new Godzilla movie came out, I'd take him to see it, and he'd be like, still not as good as Godzilla versus Destroyer. Still not as good as Godzilla versus Destroyer. We went to see, I took him to the theater to see -1, and when it was over, he looked at me and said, Dad? I said, yeah. He's like, this is the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen. I'm like, yes, it is. It
Need to
is
see
so
this now.
good. It won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Wow.
Then there
Yeah.
was that atrocious Godzilla movie that came out back in the 90s here in America. And
Matthew Broderick?
the company
Yeah.
ended up buying that Godzilla and ended up being killed by the real Godzilla.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I
Yeah,
think
it
that was
Godzilla versus Zilla. And Zilla
Yes.
lost fairly quickly.
Yeah, he destroyed him. It was great. Was that the name of that movie? Was that All Out Monsters Attack or?
Yeah, something like that. All Out Monsters Attack or Destroy All Monsters. Basically, it was a bunch of other Godzilla monsters, and Zilla, which was the American Godzilla, ended up being destroyed fairly quickly by the original Godzilla.
Yes. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Big Godzilla fan over here. I love him. Yeah, I haven't seen the new Godzilla versus Kong Part 4 or whatever it is now at this point.
I'm so behind.
Well, that's the thing. After -1 came out, like they raised the Godzilla bar so high. And the last Toho one was Shin Godzilla, which already raised the bar. And then -1 just blew the roof off it. And now these guys come out with their new Godzilla movie. And it's like, Toho just raised the bar way too high. You guys can't even come close now. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah. But here's the thing.
my bad.
What?
I changed the subject.
No, this is great. I love this subject. This is awesome stuff.
Okay.
Because one of the things to keep in mind too, like since you haven't seen -1, the thing about it is that it's a real movie. It's a prequel to the original Godzilla. It takes place in World War II, and it's about a fighter pilot, a Japanese fighter pilot, dealing with PTSD after World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And any story, the basic story structure of any narrative story is that you have a character, you have the character's goals, and then obstacles get in the way of them achieving their goals. And that's what this movie is. The obstacles just happen to be a giant freaking lizard that was woke up by the nuclear bombs.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, it's a real movie, but it's a Godzilla movie, and it ties into everything. So yeah, it's great stuff. Yeah, but the character development and everything is just amazing, especially for a Godzilla movie. Usually the extent of the character development in a Godzilla movie is we're the G-Force hired to fight Godzilla when he comes back. And here he comes,
Yes.
Let's go. And then 2 hours of action scenes, and then Mothra comes and talks to the girls, the twins, and yeah. I love it. But what's cool is, at least for now, until they do a sequel, if they change it, for now, -1 doesn't break continuity. It works as a prequel, and it's all good. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's good because we're pretty much at the end of the show anyway. So that's a good thing to go off on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. It's the last day of the month. And what a banger of a show we had today. And I had a couple of amazing guests. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause. Applause.
Amazing guests. Where were the amazing guests at?
Yeah, where were they? We missed them.
Yeah,
Scruffy
I don't
was
see
here.
any amazing guests.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Scruffy was here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Frauditor Comedy Show. Round of applause for Blackheart Night.
Boo.
Boo.
And ladies and gentlemen, any last words, Frauditor Comedy Show?
Just I couldn't have be in better company being tied with Blackheart Night.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Blackheart, any last
tell
words
ya.
for the crowd?
Yeah, here are my last words for the day. My last words.
Love it. That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, since it was a great show today, and I'm in a great mood, and everything's going well, and it's the last day of the month, and it's Friday, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and end the show with a super, mega, ultra, hardcore, happy day. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yes. All right. We got $10 from Griffey. Auditors are grown versions. are grown versions of the kid in class reminding me of the teacher 5 minutes before the bell rang to assign a 100-page essay for homework on a 3-day weekend. Here's a happy dance for you.
Well, that's not the worst I've ever seen.
All right. Let me ask you something. Blackheart, Omni-Man versus Godzilla. I know Thor fought Godzilla once in the comic books, and he was the only one that was able to do any damage to him. How do you think Omni-Man would hold up against the king of all monsters, the ultimate kaiju?
Well, I think he'd do all right, but Anissa would, if you saw Invincible, Anissa would, well, destroy Godzilla.
Yes.
She took down that kaiju within 2 seconds.
Wow. Okay. I got to look into that. My son even keeps telling me, he's like, Dad, you got to stop talking about this Superman and all this crap. Watch Invincible, damn it. And then you can talk to me. My son.
I haven't seen the second season yet.
Oh, second season is not as good as the first, but it's because it's setting up the wars to come later on.
Mhm.
But it definitely sets up some storylines that are key to the story.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
And especially the issue that's going to be coming up between Anissa and Mark.
Okay.
Right on. Well, once again, thank you guys for being here as always. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Love you guys. Love you guys at home. Best fans in the world. Ding dong, dang, dag, nabbit. And like I always say at the end of the show, thank you so much for joining us. I love you guys. Oh, yeah. My computer's froze. All right, I'm all shook up. Take it easy, guys. See you Monday.
Chuck Norris has never blinked in his entire life. Never. Chuck Norris once shot an enemy plane down with his finger by yelling, "Bang!" Chuck Norris does not use spell check. If he happens to misspell a word, Oxford will change the spelling. Some kids pee their name in the snow. Chuck Norris can pee his name into concrete. Chuck Norris' calendar goes straight from March 31st to April 2nd. Because no one fools Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris counted to infinity. Twice. Chuck Norris can speak Braille. Chuck Norris can have both feet on the ground and kick butt at the same time. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle. Chuck Norris stands faster than anyone can run. Once a cobra bit Chuck Norris in the leg. After 5 days of excruciating pain, the cobra died. Chuck Norris once won a game of Connect 4 in 3 moves.